Okay, now we are streaming.
Hello, hello. Are we on the air?
We should be on the air.
Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to session. I have to check again because my memory's not good. Session 13 of ClockWork. So it's going to be a couple of seconds. I'm getting everyone's updated AC, HP, and scores from everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Because they all leveled up last session. That was exciting.
Yes.
So for a quick recap,
What's
for
your
those
armor
of you,
class?
14.
What's your dexterity?
2.
It should be 15. You have a chain shirt, right?
Yeah.
It's 13 plus your dexterity.
Is it?
Up to 2, yes.
Wait, what is this?
A chain shirt.
So for those of you who are
okay,
just joining us, or for those
Yeah.
or everyone who wants a reminder, last session the party, well, went to a party.
Did we though?
More like through a party. But
Yeah. The fog
They
machine
went-
went off.
Yeah. The
fog machine exploded.
Oh, we're going. Okay.
They went to the expo and using a fog potion that Mr. Pipe had made some kind of cloud cover to try to steal the item they had made.
Succeeded in
steal,
making-
Alrighty.
which they still don't have the exact name for, so they just called it the module.
The module.
If
The
anything.
the metal arm canister.
During which the unknown group from the ball attacked as well, and chaos all around. Party members were split between fighting
Brown
off assailants, that would
Brown
be
ones?
Pipe,
brown
Levac, and
Yep.
Point, who was
Brown,
not
brown.
with us, and leaving Trick and Trim. I love that too, those two names. Trick, Trim, Triminy Trick. Leaving those two to try to figure out how to get it out of the machine it was in and make their getaway.
I feel like we had the easy job. You guys.
We're just like frick.
Where
I
does
just
this
thought
go?
that you guys
What
were
are we
taking
doing
damage
now?
the whole time.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I can.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
also
take
only
any
took
damage.
damage at the end.
Yeah, change
You got
shirt, 13 plus dex
there
any
modifier, and a
passive-
maximum of
passive-
2.
Perception.
So this whole time, I should have had 1 extra AC.
And you wanted passive investigation too?
Yep, that's just the same thing for wisdom. It's the same calculation for wisdom except for intelligence.
Yeah.
So,
It'll be 12.
And if you have proficiency in investigation, use that instead.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I do need to get expertise for me because I think I leveled up.
Yeah, everyone should have leveled up. I mean, if you didn't level up, how much XP was it last time?
Like
4,000.
7,000.
Like 7,500
A
per
hefty
player.
amount.
It was enough.
Before we really get into things, quick announcements. Kelly has been uploading our Dumb Luck videos onto YouTube, so I will be putting those over onto our podcast channels, so keep an eye out for those. Second announcement is I posted the updated totals, like kill count, damage dealt, damage received, onto our Facebook page. So you can check that out. I will continually update that so that you guys can have those fun little totals. Those are my 2 announcements.
Those dumb luck ones have been really confusing me. I'm like, wait, they just put a new one? When did they do this one? Oh, never mind. It's like
No, we've been
Different
streaming
session.
a whole nother session without you.
I'm like, wait a minute.
No, streaming has been way easier, way more convenient. Like, gosh, recording was a dumb idea.
We just used to absolutely... Well,
We didn't have access to streaming when we started.
we edited the heck out of those videos.
Used to.
Yes,
Used to.
You edited the heck out of them.
Oh, they
We've
don't
since learned from our various mistakes.
Keepy.
Passive
Passive
perception.
That's perception.
Alan, you have the maturity of a 12-year-old.
I was thinking of
wasn't gonna say
PowerPoints
anything.
from Pokemon.
Oh,
I was like, you guys have 10 attacks?
Let me give you this detailed
Wow, that's
PowerPoint.
impressive.
Let me give you this detailed PowerPoint presentation on my character.
It's like, how do I figure out mine?
I want a pee-pee.
Okay, so Alan had a blonde moment.
Got it. This is not Pokemon, this is
and
D&D.
Ammon has the maturity of a 12-year-old.
No,
Got it.
please. No, I was referring to PowerPoints.
Oh, sure,
I love that you
sure.
have blonde
I'm
colors
sorry
and
that you took it down.
Oh dear. Let me see. That should actually be 7. See, 10 plus 3 plus 5 is 18.
Where are all of us?
+5?
Yeah,
Am I still
I have to
running?
get to that
Or-
once
oh,
everyone's
I forgot about
gotten- Once I get all my information back. Might want to prep my dice too.
Am I still running?
Passive
I don't
investigation.
know that I ever stopped.
He's just like halfway across the country.
Well, the thieves started running and they didn't stop running.
It's like, and we never heard of him ever again. So I guess roll a new
Mission-
character.
Mission successfully failed.
He like
Wow.
successful. Runs
We
off,
stole it. We just don't know where
sells
it
it on the
is.
black market.
He's rich off in some country we didn't even invent
This
yet.
thing
He now
here can
has-
kill gods.
he
Here,
now
I'll sell it to
has,
you for $1 million.
4 magic bags.
It's like, I can't give you enough gold to pay for that, but I could give you a couple bags of holding.
I have 4 bags of holding full of gold. No, full of whatever, platinum. Okay.
That would be nice.
Yes, last we left off, Trick and Trim were making it to the Breeze home.
Made a nice quick getaway.
Oh yes, they
The
were
rest of the
clean.
party.
The rest of the party was heading towards
The
the guild with our mysterious gunman.
Wait a minute. So my armor class is technically 16, but it's a +2 with my shield, and it's a +1 with my
If you're using
enhanced
your shield,
defense.
if you're using your shield, then it comes out to another +2.
Okay.
So just
So it's a
put
plus
16 plus 2.
16 plus 3. Because it's enhanced defense is a +1.
Well,
That's only if you have that active.
Okay.
That was the only thing I had active other than my bag of holding last time, so
No.
I haven't had a chance to change it. So 16 plus 3. And then a
Okay.
Yeah, I just want that information because the last time I tried going off my back screen information on you guys, it was
passive perception.
outdated.
Has my passive perception changed at all?
it shouldn't have.
Okay.
Unless your wisdom score went up somehow.
It can't have it at its max. Oh, never mind.
Not your
Wisdom is 16.
Your passive
Wait,
Wait,
intelligence.
how? I was gonna say wisdom is at its max.
I don't
You
know.
have 30 wisdom?
Looking at your past.
Okay, that was
decisions.
another question.
Okay, we're good to go. Mr. Pipe has his pipes.
You forgot your key defining trait.
I was so worried about the computer that I forgot.
Okay, fair.
What is PI?
Passive investigation.
If you're 10 plus your investigation score.
It's 10 plus my investigation score?
Mhm.
Yeah.
18 then?
If you have investigation, you'd use that instead.
I've only ever seen Merlin use it.
So,
Right.
passive investigation is 18.
That's pretty good.
Oh, man. Mr. Pie, 19 passive
Where are
investigation.
you?
I'm not even proficient in it.
I'm not
Going
proficient,
to
I just
stick
have a
you
crap
somewhere
ton
where
of
I'm probably not
investigation.
going to need you.
I'm just very observant.
What,
No,
you got
literally.
18?
I have the observant feat
What,
Oh,
you was
okay.
18?
Very
19
observant.
on investigation.
I have the mole feet. Oh, I should probably.
Oh, oops, I need to change my passive investigation. I need to increase it by 1.
No, we got a little bit of time.
Okay.
We've only
We
been
gotta go.
streaming 10 minutes.
Right. 9 minutes now.
Pass me a cookie, would you, Trim? You're very good at baking them.
Which one?
Surprise me. Anything but the sugar cookie.
They all have sugar in them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Give me the zucchini one. Mm. There's a zucchini one?
These are meant to look like cookies, they're not.
Okay.
Is it like the Dragon Prince where it's actually like illusion, like worms or something?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Alright.
We cast prestidigitation and minor illusion on the food so that it tastes and looks like.
You are actually eating a gnome.
Mmm.
I
I think I
will,
prefer cave ones.
Okay.
How close is the guy walking to us?
What?
Not with you. You're
No, we're
you're
separate.
across
they're,
town.
They're doing their job.
Alright, so we're
All
ready
right.
to start up?
Yes.
I'm gonna get busted because I don't know the freaking thing's going on. I'm supposed to be with you guys.
Well, There's a bunch of people in the town that
Well,
are
didn't the light
adventurers.
die? You didn't notice it was going off, and then
Right.
I think the light stopped while you were leaving. So you
You
don't
guys
even.
better
I
have
don't
a
think
really
you even
good-
know that it's on.
So,
I doubt most
Trick,
adventurers.
Trim, you guys are out of town. If you're last I remember, you all were going towards Breeze Home.
Mhm.
Right. So
If anyone else
you're
had
holed
excessive
up
diarrhea.
there. We'll get to that in a moment. The rest of our adventurers are walking along with this big burly man, flamethrower in hand, as he's walking slowly, leading you towards the adventurers hall. No one's really saying anything. People are giving looks, but mostly quiet. The town seems very shaken up. As you walk along the streets, you see a couple of littered Orhalcom bodies.
That's what I was about to ask.
A couple of priests of Alter casting healing spells and treating any injured that are
Oh,
left
I was
behind.
like, altar to what god? Oh, never mind. I know exactly what god that is.
Wasn't that the one Ben made?
Yeah.
You say it amazingly, just say.
Oh, thank you. It took me days to practice.
That's what you did for your during isolation,
Anyways,
muttering it under your breath.
Orhalcom bodies strewn around. A couple more assailants here and there, but you've only seen 2.
Well, they were very effective soldiers.
So, where are you all from?
We came in for the alchemist fair thing. We're alchemists. Not alchemists, not alchemists.
You're an alchemist.
Artificy. The artificer fair. We're all artificers. There we go.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted.
It was good until the party poopers showed up.
You can say that again. What's
It
your
was
name?
good until the party poopers showed up.
Every party needs a pooper, that's why we invited you.
The name is Mr. Pipe.
The name's Ryback.
And this is our friend Boyd.
Boyd.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Simon.
It's good to meet you too, Simon.
It's quite the contraption you have there.
This?
What does Simon say, though?
I have broken your sister.
Okay.
Simon didn't
That's
say
going
you
in.
could.
That's being saved somewhere. It's just a.
I came up with the name, guys.
Oh.
What does Simon say?
No, it's not too complicated. Not too complicated elemental binding. Keep a fire elemental in the back here, and
Oh, a full fire elemental.
yep.
That explains the power.
Well, tension seems to rise again as small talk ceases. You guys eventually make your way to the guild where groups of people are walking inside.
Oh, so we're not the only adventurers.
Nope, there's a lot.
Oh boy.
Minus 1.
There you are. I knew I was forgetting something important in my notebook. Right. So you all enter the guild hall. Just as magnificent as you remember it, though very crowded. Bodies getting squished together to come close to the main center desk, where a human woman seems to be standing, waiting for everyone to come on in.
Just as a random side note, I'm working on that other gauntlet while this is happening because I have no idea what's going on.
No, you have no idea. You're just waiting for that
I'm
to
just
show
like,
up.
where the heck is everyone working on
Right.
this freaking...
No, we can do that.
Until I am addressed by someone.
He's stress working.
Stress working. I know what's going on!
I'm gonna get caught. I'm gonna get caught. I'm gonna get caught.
I've knocked on our
Marshall.
Marshall's door
I almost
like
called him a
50
lash. Oh, boy.
times. He could have come through a window, I don't know.
So, After another 20 minutes, doors close. Everyone that seems to be coming is coming. And the woman at the top takes the same device from the fair before, clicking something on the side. Friends, neighbors, and adventurers. We thank you, as the Sovereign of Adventure, I thank you for your coming to the city's aid. For defending us against these evil proprietors. And for defending us, our citizens, and our goals. We're not quite sure what this group was after, though we're fairly certain they didn't get it. Keep your laughter to yourself, Trick.
I'm gonna get a report of this later, right?
Till then, I'm giving all of you Aura Halcom level access.
I was going to ask for that, but this works even better.
You all will be working as temporary honorary members of the Aura Halcom Guard. You will be assigned to different rankings and stations after this.
I was going to suggest this as well. I forgot my notebook. I should just be checking these off as Jane names them.
He must
Till
have
then-
read my notes.
And that's taken care of.
After that, there will be a small issue of payment. You will all be taking shifts, patrolling the cities, investigating, and many other duties that we deem fit. This is an all-hands-on-deck crisis.
I agree.
Though we pushed back the initial wave, we're not sure if they'll be coming back. Till then, stay true to yourselves, adventurers. Stay shot,
You don't want to tell them.
and good luck. May the winds of innovation guide you. She steps down and another man walks up onto the desk. Would anyone involved in the marketplace accident please come to the main desk?
Oh, grab pipes.
Oh, dang it.
And guide him forward.
I'm probably just this like head and hat above everybody.
All other attendants
Who?
standing up on
Who?
different stages
Oh,
or
me.
desks, calling over different people from different sections of the city who were doing things. Looks like the marketplace wasn't the only spot that was hit.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
This was a full city assault. I hope they weren't all just innocent, mind-controlled people.
Oh my gosh.
That'll be us.
Yep.
Wow.
Human man takes Simon off to the side and asks all the rest of you to wait outside the door. Where a couple more adventurers sit, a small halfling woman in full plate armor, and a half-orc.
Howdy.
And a half-orc wearing just some slightly tattered and worn hide armor, that's what it's called. As you all just kind of sit silently outside the door. We'll move back to you, Trick and Trim. You both are currently at the Breeze Home.
This is very intense music.
Where are they? We've been sitting here for
Is there a kitchen nearby?
probably. I mean,
You have a small kitchenette area in your flat suite that you can use.
she's just like cooking random things.
Am.
Stress cooking.
I'm stress eating.
I
This is
am-
because of you.
I am grabbing random items, looking at what I have in front of me, and using what I have to bake something. I'm not braining.
You're working on that other
Yeah.
elemental gauntlet. Alright, roll an intelligence check for me.
That'll be fine.
Intelligent today. Oh, natural 20. Never mind.
First roll of the night. Yes.
I
So
finished
it's
that
not
one.
the
Sure to
Sure.
be good. That's sure to be a good sign.
Sure.
So as you just
Say
start
like
just
that.
finicking with it and just looking at it as you're getting yourself ready,
I sneeze and knock
a
it.
sudden idea comes to mind as you start to put things together.
Attaches it to the module. No.
I attached
I attach this to this.
ultimate power.
Makes the Infinity Gauntlet.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
No, that's when you collect
Alright.
all the elementals
So,
into one
Ah.
gauntlet.
so Trick, Are there any modifications you want to make to this thing?
Yes, I don't know.
Right, you can go ahead and think on that.
The real
but
question is, what does it do?
essentially, you're practically almost done fixing it up, and
What's
you can add
allowed?
one kind of thing to it. You can ask me about it, and I can tell you.
Okay.
Both
So-
are working, and at the door.
Who is it? We don't take solicitors. This is not a home.
Marshall exits his room and kind of sighs.
I've been
telling
knocking
you-
on his door for the past 30 minutes.
I thought you were working on your gauntlet.
Yeah, after, in between knocking on his door, like, freak, bro, what the heck? I'm just standing with my head against the door, just as I'm working. Oh, I did it!
So you can vaguely hear Marshall seeming to talk with Della and some other smallish-looking man next to them.
Can I pick up what they're saying at all from where I am?
Make a passive. Make a perception check.
Make a passive perception check.
Make a passive perception check.
It's just perception?
Just perception. No pressure.
You still have disadvantage.
Oh,
Sorry
that's
to bring
right,
that
because
up.
I'm still tired.
That's right. You're exhausted.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's still 12.
Yeah,
Plus.
12.
yeah,
Just 12.
It's not bad.
just 12.
Ah.
It's better than our passive by 2.
Most of it you can get sounds. You do hear Trick's name come up.
Oh my gosh. Do I hear my name come up?
Somebody is in
Yeah, you're closer, you're closer.
trouble.
I'm just sitting in the room.
I can just take it from you and give it to him personally. No, I'm sorry, sir, but it's company. It's work policy. I can deliver it to the artificer that made it. It's just Trick.
The artificer that made it.
Trick.
What?
Delivery for you.
I have a delivery? Who knows? Oh, never mind. What?
No, excuse me. Are you? Did you give a last name at the door? At the gate when you first came in?
I
Do you
did not.
have a last name?
I'm Trick or Shadow. Those. That's it.
Mr. Trick.
Yes. Black.
That you?
This is
Yes,
all
I have
2.5 feet of me.
He flings like a big flat thing off this back and he hands it. I have this for you.
What is it?
It's your
Who did
platform.
it come from?
It's your collapsible barricade.
I
was
got that
taken at the
forever
desk.
ago.
No.
You did?
No,
Yeah,
you
you
never
did.
got it back.
Yeah, I got it
Oh,
back.
did you? When?
Clear.
His buddy gave it to him.
Yeah, Dell gave it back to me. He's like, "Oh, I got this for you a little while ago."
Oh,
I don't remember that.
crap.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was like session
that was
5 or
right.
something.
That was
I
the
thought you
session
didn't
right
have it
after.
left.
No.
But
No,
I'm like
I
pause
haven't
and I'm like
used
that.
it.
This is what would have happened.
I
If-
recently.
and they're
got-
gonna rewind.
And
Yeah.
that's why you always read every footnote in your notes.
I recently got my boots back unlocked like 2 sessions ago. But I've had the only thing that I don't have back is my laxatives of my mushrooms
He hands you the bag with that in it.
and the map of the town.
Here you go, some odd items taken from the tower. It took so long to get them to you. We've had a lot of problems recently at the gate. This is, I'm sorry. Good day.
What kind of problems at the gate?
He's already gone.
Ooh, my laxative level.
That was embarrassing.
Looks like Alan's not the only one that should be rewatching.
Right.
Just walk it off.
I look at Marshall. Just look
Here,
relaxed.
have a cookie.
He just he just gives you a raised eyebrow, like okay, and closes the door.
Closes the door, so he's still in the room with me though.
Mm-hmm. Did you all get the item in question?
Dude, we've had it for like the past 2 hours.
Oh, good. Give it here.
Hold on. Where have you been?
Nice question.
Yes.
I've been running damage control at a couple of our other facilities in the city.
I am
Okay.
insight checking that.
All right, roll insight
With disadvantage, right?
with disadvantage.
Yes, indeed.
Natural 9.
That was a 6.
Oh, that was a 6.
She got.
Okay.
Ugh.
That'll be a 4?
Isn't insight?
Oh, no, it's intelligence, right. What?
No,
6.
insight's wisdom.
No, it was a 9, bro,
Insight's
because I have a
wisdom.
plus
So
3 for
That's
my...
a 4.
4.
I'm proficient in insight.
I have a 9.
Oh,
was-
that's
it
what I
was a
did. I
3.
saw the insight and then went up to the history right above it to see the info.
So what'd you get?
Yeah. 4.
Seems pretty solid to you. He is tired. He looks haggard.
That makes perfect sense.
He does look like he's been running around a bit.
In a big suit of armor? With a very large sword chopping guards in half? That kind of tired?
Now, if you were there, Pipe, you could ask.
That is true.
Jew,
Do you
by
have it or
chance.
don't you? I need to report
I do
this.
have it.
Right, give it here.
I don't have it on me.
If you have it, where is it?
I didn't want someone to follow me.
While they're talking, I'm gonna sneak up to Marshall's room.
Okay.
You really need a nap for this. Oh my god.
It's okay. I'm actually pretty confident in my stealth numbers.
boy.
Okay, roll stealth.
Marshall has a stat block.
Disadvantage.
Marshall has a stat flag.
Okay, I can
Look,
add a plus-
after all the talking you guys did yesterday, of
Four.
course I had
16?
to pull together.
I got a plus. I got a 12.
Wow, she's
Oh,
Is
it
it
is, yeah,
expertise?
that's right.
So the proficiency.
You have a
is
plus 12 for
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a plus 12 for sleight of hand.
Excuse me. You sneakily make your way to his room. Some of the
You
water
are
you've been
proficient in
boiling
stealth.
slightly
I
covering the noise.
You can't see the dot.
You're now in his room.
I'm gonna look for any. Where would?
Hidden cabinets. Secret portals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Marshall
gonna look
hears
for
knocking
anything.
from the other room.
I'm gonna look for anything just
He's-
sus.
He's busy. He's busy interrogating you about where the thrice bedard
Keep him
thing
talking.
is.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking for anything suspicious.
Okay. It's right over here now.
I got 19
Papers. What I know about like the armor wasn't I asleep
You were
when y'all talked
asleep.
about the armor thing? But he seems a little sus to me, so I'm not gonna look for like armor specifically, but I just want to look
Well,
for.
your
He's
leader
seen-
did tell you that we were sus.
Yeah, so of course I'm gonna poke around for paperwork or anything out of
Okay.
place.
So, you're looking around. There are some partially written reports on his desk talking about progress on some kind of invention they're working on in another part of the city, a side mining project outside the city in more mid-eastern Roland.
Does Marshall have one of those badges for the adventurers too?
You don't. If he does, she doesn't see it.
Well, no,
You don't
because he
know.
would have gotten the notification to go to the thing too.
You don't know if you have one or not.
You only need it to carry weapons.
Right, but if they're like, if they call
You
adventurers
do find a
and you don't show up,
peculiar-looking device.
you should hide it.
I'm gonna fiddle with it for a few.
It's about
Detonate in
it's about
5.
cookie-sized.
A peculiar device.
You found a cookie bot.
About cookie-sized.
I was gonna say a cookie robot.
Cool.
An inch and a half
Not
thick.
boogie bot, I mean.
A slight depression in the middle where you can see a sending stone. And some little kind of like spines on the edge of it poking upwards.
Sending stuff. That might not be good. If you press the wrong button, you might.
As far as looking
I
at it,
have
it
a
looks
sending
like you
stone.
press the sending stone and it activates.
Okay,
It's
I'm
how
gonna
we
set that down
Contact.
where I found
Well,
it
that's
in the
what I'm
position
saying.
how
What's
If she
I
like
found
accidentally
Oh.
summons his boss
Roll
and be like,
a investigation check for me.
it. Are you sure it's investigation to put it back?
Yeah, I'm talking about everything else because all you've found so far has been off the passive investigation.
Investigation to put it back. Where did it go?
Okay. It
Where'd
would,
it
were
come
that
from? Where'd it go?
tired.
could I make an argument for sleight of hand?
To find more stuff?
No, to find more stuff to put it back the way I found it, so it doesn't look like it's been bothered.
Or
I'd
you
say
could
can
just
put it
say
back
that
the
you-
way you found it.
Oh, okay. So it's
Already.
another investigation to look for more stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
15
Ooh.
plus 12.
For no.
Investigation.
Investigation.
No, for investigation.
Yes.
Oh, not stealth. Yeah. Okay. 15. Yeah, it's just straight 15.
Not bad.
You're good at getting into places, but
She's
looking
very
for
good.
things is a little questionable.
I'm tired.
As you're looking, most of the drawers are locked. You do find one of the bottom drawers unlocked.
What's in the bottom drawer?
You pull it out, and it has just some. It looks like a small filing cabinet, but
Numbers on the side from 0 to 9.
But looking at the side width, it does not look like it goes all the way down.
Oh.
I'm gonna look into
Look for
that.
a fake bottom.
Is there a false bottom? Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You just.
No, just lightly tap.
All right. From outside, you can hear Marshall finishing his conversation with Point Trick rather.
It's like, wow, how did
noisily.
Point
He's
get back there?
He's
I'll
starting
be-
to come back to the room.
I'll be back. Is there a window?
Not in this room.
Gosh dang it!
Wait!
Okay, I'd like to stealth that without him noticing.
Wait, so you want to hide?
Yes.
Roll
I
deception.
want to hide near the door,
Deception?
so I could just.
Deception.
Stealth?
Roll stealth.
Wait,
Disadvantage.
I'm not done talking with him.
Right, he's just leaving you behind.
Okay, I would
He's
like.
done.
I want to hide near the door, so when he comes in, I can just sneak out from behind him.
Yeah.
Come on, baby! Come on, baby! Come on!
Ooh.
5 plus 12, so
17.
17.
Better than last time. I mean,
Barely.
by 1.
Be way better than Pipe could ever do.
Oh yeah.
He comes in and he closes the door behind him. He goes over to his desk and he sits down. And he gets out a quill and he starts writing with it.
Very angrily.
I hate Trek.
Tears it up. Emotional release.
Burns it.
He's a water genasi. He
dra-
doesn't burn
he
things.
drowns the paper.
He tried.
You're very talented, you know.
I wouldn't be on this job if I wasn't. I'm gonna step out of my hiding place.
He didn't know you were actually there. He was just guessing. I knew you were.
He's just like looking the opposite
He
direction.
was talking into his communication
You're very
device.
talented.
You seem very distracted for someone who should be so dedicated to this job.
I am dedicated to my job. My job is informant and what's the word? Organizer.
To who?
I forgot our boss's name.
We don't know who we're working for anymore.
I forgot his name ages ago.
That's why I take
No.
it
Miss, what's your last name?
Good barrel.
Miss Goodbarrel. He turns and looks at you. He is tired, but he gives you a very even look.
He's been in this game for very
You are very talented. There's skill in there too. You don't get that far without learning to be a little smarter about your decisions. I'll give you a pass on this today, out of pure respect for your skill and tenacity. But no better than to try this again. Please?
That is the nicest he has ever been in 13 sessions.
Translation. I would have expected this from Trick.
You know, we're not quite used to trusting strangers.
In this line of work, you get used to doing things you're not used to.
Fair.
You know where the door is.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna leave as soon as I say that.
And Trim,
Mm?
get some rest.
Oh,
You too.
he's so nice to you.
Let me show you the door. There's the door.
Allow me to show you the door. Look, the door. It's the wooden thing with the knob.
I'm pretty sure
So you
if
leave?
Trick did this,
Yeah, I'm gone.
there would be a window added.
Right. A very small one, because it
About
would be
2
folded in half as he got shoved through the wall.
Punts
About
me
1
out the
foot
window.
by 1 foot.
I want to know what's in that drawer.
Me too.
I wish I had, like, read minds or whatever that spell is.
Tech thoughts?
Detect thoughts.
That's a
what
fun
it's
spell. As you leave the door, you hear some
Would be a
footsteps and
good
you hear a
pipe spell.
very quiet but resounding click as he deadbolts his door.
Click, 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 click.
Well, okay. Oh, my spinach puffs! And I'm gonna...
We had spinach the whole time?
Is something burning?
A couple near the edge closest to where the binding's heat's coming from are a bit crispy. Most of them are okay.
As part of my conversation.
Just a little crunchier than a perfect golden brown.
It's edible.
Yeah. It's not dubious.
It's also very crunchy for point.
I'm assuming
Right.
it comes back to just
Back
squish it like she does.
to you guys.
You could learn it. Kind of.
There's a lot of things I can learn
Yeah.
that you guys cannot.
Yes.
So the other two adventurers have gone into the door, have gone into the room and left. Point was just called in about 5 minutes ago. And you're
Oh dear.
just sitting or standing, if you prefer, outside the door.
So they're interviewing one at a time.
Yep.
Did Simon come back out?
Simon's already out. The other two adventurers have gone in and have left.
Got it.
And then there were two.
Point exits and the helper motions for Mr. Pipe to enter.
I shall walk in.
Smaller room than you'd think. Consists of bookshelves lining the entire two side walls and a single desk where there's the Sovereign of Adventurer and some other woman taking notes.
Lucia, it's good to see you.
Mr. Pipe, yes, have a seat.
Yes. Now sit down.
Now, could you describe to me in your own words what happened?
Well, I was sitting there enjoying the Artificer Fair. There was a very good invention.
Standing there in the seats.
Yes. When a fog cloud erupted from somewhere in the within the crowd,
You say a cloud erupted. Do you know exactly where?
somewhere close to the stage where
And that
not
would be.
Tordek,
Deep breath.
Deep Rest was
And
doing his.
would you say that was more to the left of where you were standing, the right, or center?
Right.
Right
More
in
to
front
the-
of me.
right of where I was standing?
Right. Yes. Make a note.
And then I heard a bunch of people running towards the stage. I tried to get a lot of the civilians out when I was grabbed by a guard to go assist in the what is this? The north side? I know I came over here.
That's
but,
the northeast corner.
Yes.
yes. When I was dragged over to the northeast corner to assist with that with Point.
Yes, that does seem to work.
That checks out.
And when you got there, what did you see?
People. who-
When I got to the northeast corner, I saw two people dressed in robes. They're fighting with short swords with poison on it. I recognized poison because I'm an alchemist. I've worked with poison. I've worked with people who have been poisoned.
Yes, that's a bit more helpful. Do you think you could identify that said poison?
If I were to look at the bodies, maybe pay more attention. I was kind of under attack at the moment. I didn't
Yes,
pay much attention.
understandable. You can only do so much.
But yes, if I were to look at the swords or the scabbards of these assailants, I would definitely be able to assist with that. The other thing that I noticed about them is they had red rubies that, when picked up, would try to control your mind. Ravak and myself both tried picking it up and nearly lost it to it. And, so we told people not to touch them, but we noticed that several were missing from several assailants as we were leaving the area.
Interesting.
So, the theory that we came to was that these were mind-controlled civilians. Not sure how that works. I'm not into mind control.
Yes. Thank you very much. Anything else you'd like to state?
As I was walking around, I did notice that the machine that Deep Breast had made was damaged.
Damaged
As we
how?
were, it looked like somebody tried tearing it open.
Yes. That's new. Thank you. That'll conclude this interview.
Have a good
Before you
day.
go, is there anything we can do for you?
Not, no, actually there is. I'm very curious about these assailants. Especially a knight with runes on his armor. He's, Ravak will tell you more about him, but, he's more than a normal assailant. Vigilante. He's, I don't know. I would like to know more about it. Be able to hunt him. When people are dying like this, it shouldn't happen. I want it made right.
Interesting. Yes. Fallon, make a note.
That is all.
Thank you, Mr. Pipe. You
Thank
may
you.
And if you could send your friend in after you.
Will do. Never said he was my friend, but okay. I will walk out. Ravak, they want to know more about the Rune Knight. Well, lay it on thick.
Lay it on. Just talk about the
Aye,
rune.
Captain.
I'm the captain.
Pipe.
But if I am your leader, then fine.
Martial arrest.
Don't let it get to your head. Your head won't fit in the hat.
That would be unfortunate.
Walk it.
Same room as before? Never. Please, have a seat. Or you can stand if it makes you more comfortable.
I'll sit.
Yes. Anything we can get you before we start? Glass of water?
No.
Sure, offer a glass of water to the good-looking guy.
Well, because you're all fire themed, it might have been an insult to you.
Probably.
Well, if you could describe in your own words exactly what happened during the incident.
Yes. I was watching the events and the display of different artificery objects, and during Deep Breast's speech, a fog cloud appeared. I was near the back, so I'm not sure. I couldn't really gauge where it was coming from, but I just know it appeared middle of the crowd.
And when all this was happening, did you notice anyone or anything strange?
Besides guards dying?
No, but the moment it happened, I assumed that someone was going after either Deep Breast or his new machine, and so I started rushing towards the stage.
Yes.
Is Deep Breast okay? He disappeared.
Speaking of which, what happened to Deep Breast? I didn't see him after that. When I got to the stage, he was gone.
Rest assured he is fine and taken
Okay.
care of. Now, this fog cloud you described, are you going over our records of you and your time spent at the artificer schools to the west? Is that west? Yes. You seem to have a gift for the arcane arts. Would you be able to determine if this was a magically created fog cloud or created by some other?
I can't say. I wasn't using any spells to enhance my abilities to see arcane magic in the area at the time. Regrettably, I should have thought of that.
Well, technicalities, you were. You cast Detect Magic on the machine.
Oh yeah, I did on the machine.
Which lasts for 10 minutes or whatever.
But if I had to guess, I don't. It was very similar to spells that I've seen, but I've also seen different alchemical reactions for fog clouds, and have seen methods themselves create such things. So there's any number of things that I can think of.
Yes. And moving on, what happened after the fog cloud erupted from the crowd?
When I got to the stage, and found nothing, I heard some fighting, and so I left the cloud and ran into some guards who pointed me to the southeast corner. And so I rushed down there to go help some guards who sadly fell in battle. And Simon was there, or showed up after I got there, and helped me as we took care of the last 2 assailants over there.
Yes. Did you see anything? Did anything from that encounter catch your eye or seem offsetted?
After it was all said and done, I did find a ruby on one of the assailants that I picked up, and I could feel that. I distinctly remember feeling magic trying to take over my mind or enter it, and so I quickly threw it away from me.
Right, you did. Now, and during the fight, do you remember anything on these attackers of yours? Anything that stood out at all?
I know they had poisoned weapons.
You felt that one.
Once it was over and I looked at the bodies, they didn't look they just looked like ordinary people to me, other than the gems and the dark cloak-like robes and such.
Yes. And this feeling you felt when you picked up this gem, could you describe that for us?
As I remember, it was mostly just basically trying to, I guess, envelop my mind. I don't know how else to describe it. I didn't like it, and figured it could be no good, and so I got rid of it as fast as possible. I warned Mr. Pipe, and he tried to pick it up with magic, and seemed to have the same effect, whether you picked it up with magic or not.
Yes. Now, when I was interviewing Mr. Pipe last, he mentioned something about a room night. Could you go into detail about that?
Yes. I did hear mention that he was at the fair. I didn't see him there, but I did see him at the ball. That's when I fought him.
You were part of that incident?
Yes. At the time I was acting as bodyguard for Safiel.
Safi.
I almost called her Cecilia again. Safiel.
It's his pet name.
It's a very long one. No, Safiel. And yes, I tried taking him on. Didn't go over well. He's very strong. His armor seems to protect him from most forms of attack. Similar, it seems, to the way that Orhalcum armor protects the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Removing most of the damage that should have been dealt.
Yes. Now, do you think you could describe everything that the events of the ball for us?
Yes. I could do my best to recall.
Notes.
I was up on the stand while Safi was eating with the dinner, and then the Rune Knight entered, along with a bunch of cloaked figures. The Madrids? The Elementals.
Myrmidons?
Myrmidons. There we are. I don't know where Madrids came from. Anyways, Myrmidons were
Close
released,
enough,
and the cloaked figures handled them, but the Ruin Knight himself spoke out about injustices and such, coming straight for the table in the center of the room. I can only imagine to seek the blood of the city leaders and officials. So I did what I was supposed to do and try to protect the center. Only realizing afterwards that everyone teleported to safety, and I had to be dragged out of there.
Still very admirable. Now, you said you'd fought him, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember anything while fighting him? How did he fight?
Hurts.
He fights with a sword, a large sword.
And he hits hard.
He does. Yes, he does hit hard.
He flies like a bee and hits like a truck.
But as I said, mostly it's his armor that stands out to me. Very, very capable in defending him.
Yes. And one last question before we go, off the record. If you were to see this Rune Knight again,
Are you available?
what would you do?
I would probably fight him.
There's a high chance you would die doing so.
Depends on if Mr. Pipe's with me.
Referral!
It would be nice to have points along as well. But,
Yes, the Warforged. Interesting person, Harp.
indeed.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think that concludes our business here. Is there anything we can do for you?
I don't believe so. Is there anywhere I'm supposed to go after this? Or will I just hear from you?
We'll send a runner to you and the rest of your group. You've seemed to have done a lot today. You deserve a rest.
No, thank you.
Translation. Leave.
With that,
I am tired.
I'll stand up and walk towards the door.
And take care of yourself.
I'll try.
Door opens and you leave. So, where do you guys want to head to next?
Come find me, please. I'm freaking out.
Pipe, come pick me up. I'm scared.
Back
I will
to
blow up
the
this building.
Breeze- Back to Breeze home.
As the door opens from Rabak leaving, is Lucia in view from like anywhere that I would be standing outside the
Yeah,
door?
you can see her. She's seems to be pulling something out from her desk and looking at a piece of paper.
Oh, she's not saying anything to her scribe. Okay. Well, I say we should go home and get some rest.
Agreed.
I am a little tuckered out.
As am I.
Rest would be good.
Yes.
We'll head that direction.
Can I try to investigate another room before they get back?
Okay, yeah. Which room do you want to try?
Who else don't
My
you
room.
trust?
You've been here long enough.
She's
you know
gonna find
whose
the ice
rooms are
crystals in
whose.
my room.
More flashbacks.
You like freeze. I just hear shadow shit. What are you doing in my room?
Making sure this doesn't happen again. No. Who's the furthest from Marshall's room?
Your choices are Pipes and Point's room.
So he's in the middle and it's.
Who do I mistrust more?
Those are two of the most boring rooms.
You should
Well,
come
not
see
mine.
us.
You can hear
Both
some
of them
music
have
start to
bags of
swell up
holding.
as an attempt to try to
Mine,
forget the troubles of the day.
Yeah, that is true. But mine
people seem to be
has
coming
2
in-
twig blights in it.
To drink,
Oh yeah, the twig blights.
be as merry as they can given today's events.
You've
My
been
nice
feeding
Spanish
them.
puff's
They
cool.
don't eat.
Oh.
And I'm gonna slide into I'm gonna try to sneak into Mr. Pipe's room.
Did you lock the door?
No.
Door is easily openable. Cleanly oiled hinges, not a single squeal.
How would I open the door with thaumaturgy if the door's locked?
Okay, this guy uses magic, so I'm gonna pull out my lantern and kind of give it a once over.
There is nothing invisible in the room that you can see from the doorway.
Man, I need like a mistrust meter on here.
Okay, I'm gonna stow it out my belt to just look for anything that looks suspicious.
Okay, so there's a
You hear
bed.
squeaking from the fridge.
You do hear some tiny noises from the fridge. Sounds something maybe like mice.
What?
You open the fridge.
They jump out and
Inside, you see about this big piece of crystal, surrounded by 2 plant-like creatures that look vaguely humanoid. Well, not vaguely, really humanoid. One is actually slightly hunched over not to bump his head onto the roof as they turn and look at you. Door shuts!
They've gotten really big.
Oh jeez! This is just the top compartment there.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not the entire fridge.
I was like, oh, that's a big flight.
It's just like
They're pressing small size now.
4 hours
They
of
are
growth.
small.
Oh, are they small?
They're
Okay, so
technically
they're...
small.
Is there any like?
There's a desk you can look
There's
at.
super
Yeah,
thorn
covered
in
in
there, there's
definitely
dirt in
alchemical
there,
equipment.
there's crystal
One more
shards in
time?
there.
Covered in
two twin
alchemical
blinds.
equipment. Some bottles and other reagents he's been working with. Do you store those on your table or are they in the bag?
Yeah, in my bag. There's like nothing in there.
I'm gonna look for secret compartments and whatnot.
Roll investigation. Disadvantage, you're tired. It's been a long day.
Oh, that's
Not
13.
bad.
You've been rolling
Oh, no.
really consistency
No,
with
no,
those.
It's
Straight
15.
investigation. Yeah, it's
15.
So, you don't find any secret compartments whatsoever. It's very tidy. Aside from the necessary liquids and such in the alchemical equipment, there is nothing out for you to mess with.
and that's fair. He's like the biggest egghead here.
I say!
Pretty sure the messiest room is literally gonna be Ravax, and it's just paperwork.
I actually just I do actually want to go to Ravax next.
His room's very, Pipe's room is very tidy. There's no real luggage anywhere.
There's like, is there like a closet full of suits I can, there's like pockets I can rummage?
There are the remains of the ivory suit in the
Wasn't that
closet.
left on the street?
No.
I
I couldn't get it
you
off
left
fast
it.
enough.
So there are if you do open the closet, there's the complimentary bedclothes for people, some towels, and a very tattered and is that melted suit, missing the coat, very burned and practically amalgamated shirt. The pants, well, a liar was wearing them.
Just gonna poke at it really quick with like one of my tools.
It is melted in such a way that it's permanently malformed. This is a seamstress's nightmare.
Leave it alone. If there's nothing else that looks remotely interesting in the room, I'm
Nothing
probably
else
gonna
except
slip out.
for the fridge, which I don't know if you're brave enough to open.
Nope. I'm gonna slip out, and I'm gonna try to find where Ravax is.
You know where it is. Do you leave your room locked?
No.
It opens easily.
I think the only person that would lock a room is him.
I
Just so that he can open it
Inside-
later.
I'm in my
Fairly
room
tiny.
with my immovable rod on
His
the
desk and table is covered in papers. Somewhat neatly stacked, but in so many different stacks. It's just the table is covered in neat stacks of paper and folders.
Okay.
He wasn't kidding that these people were suspicious. They're suspiciously neat.
So much. Who willingly puts themselves through that much?
Well, your spell
very-
does most of that work.
A very
Oh my
bored
God.
person.
What do I'm just gonna like rifle through the top. What is he looking at? What kind of information?
This
he
is
reading?
information that. This is sovereign information. Reports from across the country. Minor disputes, small projects, reports, cancelled ideas, requests for ABC, all kinds of stuff.
Ravax running the country.
Meeting,
Why
some
would
meeting notes, minutes.
Why would he want to know all this stuff?
He's bored.
This should have been the stuff that they stole from the night you were infiltrating the other lab.
Right. Okay. Is there any other like compartments in his desk
Aside from the normal drawers, you can roll investigation.
with disadvantage?
You've been doing pretty good with it so far. I don't think you've rolled below 10 more than
Let's
once.
say 13.
As far as you can tell,
Investigation is intelligence,
15,
so
yeah.
that'd be 15, yeah.
as far as you can tell, no secret compartments.
I'm just gonna like grab a pillow and quietly scream into it.
He comes back to like this
Man,
drool
why is
stain
my
on his
pillow
Oh.
wet?
And then
There
I'm
is
gonna-
stuff in the closet.
I'm gonna flip it over and keep looking.
If you check the closet, what do you keep in your closet?
A very nice suit.
A very nice suit.
Upon this
There-
a couple.
Literally the opposite scheme of his normal dress. Blue instead of mostly black.
Oh,
Still fairly utilitarian, but with a lot more flair. It's very nice, very pretty.
Date night, okay.
Date night, okay.
Is there nothing else that I can see and find in here?
Well, what do you keep in your room?
Uh,
I love how
I
it's
keep-
Let's
walk
break
into
down
pipes. He uses magic. Walks into Ravax. That's a lot of paperwork.
I keep a lot of stuff in there, like most of my traveling stuff, like bed gear and yeah, that kind of stuff.
Packed up adventurers stuff,
Yeah.
ready to go.
I'm gonna walk around just wondering where people are in the room. see if I randomly see her in their room.
You do see Revak's door slightly cracked open.
I'm
That's
gonna
about
stealth over there and look.
it. Go ahead.
Oh, can I?
Miss
18.
I'm stealthing around.
Plus 7.
And roll perception.
25.
You are very quiet. You are stinkingly quiet.
18 plus 6.
24.
24.
Like a shadow in the dark, you are nigh unseeable.
Just watching her look through his stuff.
You
Wow, that's a lot of
the door
paperwork.
open a little bit, and you do see Trim checking the desk and reading a couple of papers.
Sneak up behind her. What are you doing?
I'm gonna dagger.
You now
Down
have
here.
you put your dagger up and he's a little lower. You're like a whole foot taller than him, if I remember correctly.
Half a
Half a
Dagger.
foot. Which is that much.
But I mean, when you're both only this tall,
What are you-
tall.
What are
Right.
you doing sneaking into Ravak's room?
What are you doing in Revax?
I'm catching you.
Uh-huh. You're gonna roll some persuasion.
Catching you, obviously.
I've been watching you for the past 5 minutes. You're not catching anyone.
Sure you have. I caught you right now,
Ravax
didn't
walks
I?
in.
I talked.
This is
What are you
a
guys doing in my room? What are
This
you
is a
doing in this room?
massive abuse of trust from your friends.
You're gonna check my room next time.
I
I'll give you a
don't
tour,
Even,
I
I
don't-
don't even want to know what you've stored in there.
This is
Your
You're
room
the
would
klepto.
probably be a freaking mess with
Let me-
like a rope and
Let me show you my
things
fridge.
everywhere.
You'll bring back memories.
I'm good.
Do you keep obstacles in your refrigerator? Oh, it's in the cellar. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna sheathe my dagger, and while I'm leaving
That
the
was
room,
the only line.
I want to say, how much do you
Paying
want?
quote.
No, okay, hold on. 5 gold so Ravak doesn't hear about this.
That's a lot of money.
Why?
Could you both roll perception for me real quick? Disadvantage, of course, Trim.
14 plus.
The one time.
Okay.
Just straight 5.
Yeah. Just do 5.
14 plus 6, 20.
You're tired and annoyed, and you don't want to deal with this boy anymore. You can hear some faint voice from the room over.
From the room over.
Yeah, Marshall's room.
I think we have something more interesting to be listening.
Are you gonna
Shh,
accept?
there's something going on in Marshall's room.
No kidding.
But I can hear something.
I'm gonna try to listen.
Put your ears to
We're
the
just
door.
both standing
Put
at
your
his
ears
door.
to the wall.
Freaking.
You can put it either to the door or the wall inside the Revok's room. You have choice.
Cup to the wall.
Is there a cup actually in his room?
Is there?
But there'll be.
We're in
No.
the living room area. Well, is it?
No, you were in Ravok.
Okay, we're still in that. You don't have any cups.
I'm starting to leave.
I use a water skin.
Dang it!
You use a water skin.
He's a
Put your
pirate.
ear to
It's
it.
more
Start to
convenient.
listen. You can
Right.
mostly hear sounds. Not really words you can fully understand. But it does sound like Marshall's having a conversation with someone. And he doesn't seem the kind of person to talk to himself.
Do you have the harp?
Yes. I do have a harp, don't I?
Or do I still have the harp?
I
Where did the
think
harp go?
You still have it.
No,
No,
I have
you
it.
still have
I
it.
have it. Do you have the? Oh, yes. I'm gonna pull it out. And I'm gonna start playing it a little bit to see if it doesn't enhance the sound from the other side of the room. Because we heard noises last time. We heard voices
We
last
didn't know where
time.
they were coming from.
Yeah, we didn't know where they were coming from. But I'm wondering if like the
Try
harp
focusing
might.
your mind
Yeah,
on
I'm wondering
this
if the harp might
conversation.
help enhance what's being said in the other room.
Roll perception, both of you.
You guys did not listen to Pipe when he identified it.
17 plus.
I didn't write notes. I completely
6.
forgot.
Wow.
Okay. You hear the same ethereal, well-tuned notes from the harp. Some slight whisperings near the corners of your vision,
Perception.
near the corners of perception. But other than that, it more or less drowns out what you're trying to hear than actually enhance it.
Never mind. I should have paid attention to what he was saying.
Okay.
Needing coat.
Okay.
Or
And
detect bots.
you right.
Remind me what the harp does.
It's their memory
Their
strings.
memory strings.
A memory. It's like the pensive, but you play it.
Yes.
So, are we gonna try and go outside and try and listen at his door?
Yeah.
You could listen to the
let's-
wall.
Well, I was trying
you
to
were
listen through the
listening.
wall since.
Well, yeah, but outside his door, not in his room.
We can try.
I'm just waiting for us
Okay.
to walk
We do
in
that.
on them.
So you two go ahead, make perception checks. A lot of perception checks
19.
this episode.
Nice.
6.
Ooh, metal one.
25.
25. Money.
Oh wow.
5.
Okay.
That looked like a critical fail
This
from
is-
over here. I'm like, oh no.
It's pretty, but I need to roll it more.
You are a bit dead tired. You're just kind of sitting there as you're trying to listen, but your tired mind starts to wander
I've
and your
located
thoughts
a
start
cup.
to think of your various worries of what's going to happen with the King Defense.
Just like falls
Who are
asleep
these
on the
people
door.
destroying my city? What's going on with everybody else? Why aren't they here yet? Those kinds of thoughts.
25.
You can start to make out Marshall's voice. Something about disabling something. And some kind of special order he's going to be executing soon.
Can I get more detail on that, or am I just kind of...
As you start to listen in closer, door opens and the rest of you have now entered the room.
We hop back from the door. I'll take that 5 gold.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hand it over to him. I should never play cards with you.
I told you not to.
Were you two
Well, now I know.
betting on when we would show up?
Yes.
What?
I did. Right now.
Impressive.
I am going to get some rest.
First off, did you guys succeed? I noticed that the module was... The
And
structure was pretty much destroyed and unusable. So I figured you guys did something.
yeah,
We did better. We exploded it.
I won.
yeah. We
Good.
would-
Where is it? I would like to identify it.
I know Marshall was asking for it earlier.
It's still in my bag of holding. I just told him it was somewhere else. So I didn't want to.
I wouldn't push his buttons if I were you.
Oh, I wasn't pushing his buttons. I
Yeah.
was telling him I didn't have it. My bag of holding was sitting on the chair.
I like your style.
Yes, his style's gotten us into a lot more pickles than it's gotten us out of, but hopefully that'll change.
Yes.
you're going to want to take this bag of holding and go into your room for a little bit and just identify it, put it back in, and come back out.
Okay.
We don't know if it sends out an aura of any form.
Was that the whole job?
Yes.
Theoretically, yes.
Well, that and the paperwork on my desk.
We have been, kind of recruited by the, Sovereign of Adventuring.
Just randomly in the middle of him talking, I got my laxatives back, guys!
Good.
What are we going
Good.
to do, people?
Don't drink anything for a while.
We should really find that Ruin Knight and where he's staying now.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, now that the main quest is done, I want to complete this side quest.
Why? Because he got his laxatives back. And I finally found a use for them.
We just like randomly give Marshall laxative just to see if the room now crap is in the middle of battle.
No,
That
I
is
just have to
not
get
to be-
close enough and cast Prestidigitation on him.
And then he looks like he soiled
Then
himself.
he looks like he soiled himself. 1 square foot of himself.
That's a big soil.
Right? It's like, how did you do that?
You guys are
You
terrible.
really need to go, man.
What
I've
a
been
waste of a
waiting to
turn
use
of
that.
action. But it'd be so perfect.
Oh, so
Takes
perfect.
2d10 humiliation damage.
Emotional
Oh
damage.
my
Okay,
Okay,
so you're
I will
identifying them.
Go
all.
into my room, pull it out, and just use a spell slot to cast it. It's a minute casting still.
Okay. So you pull out, as you're minute casting it, you're just looking it over. There seems to be a kind of like a notch in the back
Don't
where
press any buttons.
you can push it into.
That's why
You don't know what for. And other than that, there's no seemingly obvious buttons on it.
Good. I don't want to push any buttons. Just get as close to the magic as possible.
So after a minute, it all just flashes into your magical vision. This thing is is filled with about 20 to 30 elemental bindings inside.
Set that down.
Stick it back in the bag of holding. Yes. I would rather be in an alternate dimension if it blows up.
Right.
It's 20 to 30 elemental bindings, each with a different, almost all of them with a kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Different corresponding methods on each side. So like 2 elements on one side, the opposite 2 elements on the other.
Interesting.
We should take it to my friend.
So basically, just an ultimate battery.
A lot of methods in there. And a ton of elemental magic just condensed inside this tiny thing.
It's a lot of power for just
I'm gonna knock on your door.
I
Right.
like it.
Put your friend out.
And then, like, open the door, pass the bag out, close the door.
You're just gonna stay in
Open
your
it.
room.
Don't drop it.
Don't drop it, don't break it.
What?
Ryback's gonna walk into his room and shut the door.
Should I take it to my friend? Maybe he can do something.
Definitely do not do that.
Why? Let's see if we can get a replication.
But listen, how are we gonna?
need more information.
Yeah.
I'm starting to not trust Marshall. And, speaking of which, I'll poke my head out. Are you there?
Am I where?
Just in the general vicinity of my room area.
Yeah.
You, talked to your leader. What did you find out about the room night?
She didn't ask about the room.
Yeah,
She did.
Did you?
They didn't know anything.
To help you remember, there is no information. This group just kind of popped up out of nowhere.
It's definitely not one of ours. And I'm pretty sure I can't talk to anyone else for a while because of him.
That sucks. Second question. It was your group that was supposed to distract.
Did you hear what I said about not talking to anyone else?
No, I know.
Yeah, that included you. I'm gonna go to my.
Ow.
Shut down.
Fine. Be that way and I'll close the door.
We just leave Trick with an ultimate battery.
Right. Director. Let's see. What is this?
He said not
After
to
a
drop
second, I'm gonna
this.
say about. That was rude.
This just reminds me of Rocket and the battery.
I didn't get a lot of.
I just-
What was your other question?
The other question was, your group was supposed to do the distraction.
Yep.
From what we found, those assailants were being potentially
Yeah,
mind controlled.
Not ours.
Yes, but at the party, were they yours, but being mind controlled?
I
Did you
didn't hear
recognize
anything about. I wasn't there.
At the
No.
party?
At the party, I wasn't there.
Mm-mm.
Never mind.
I wasn't told anything about mind control.
Well, we figured that out today.
What?
Yes. The attack on the Sovereign Fair, whatever, Artificer Fair, we think they were mind controlled by small little rubies. We think they are finding underground people that are very efficient at killing and controlling them to overthrow the government.
I can't.
This is quite the conspiracy, and I thought we were bad.
Hey, can I get
Less bad, more neutral-ish.
So.
Nah, we were
Except
pretty
you.
bad. So, potentially, your group could have been infiltrated by this so-called Rune Knight, somebody with an inside scoop.
I love the positivity.
Well, it's been a
Yeah,
long
but your
day.
guy did mention that some...
You don't know that. So, something could have happened and taken them over, and slowly he's building an army to overthrow the government.
Did any of the bodies have a symbol on them?
They didn't check any bodies, so you have no idea.
The most I checked was touching them to see if I could revive them. That's all I did. Before I was called into the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
Food for thought.
Yep.
And I will close my door and go to bed.
Marshall opens his door. And... Trim, where is everybody? He goes over to the kitchen, grabs a pan and a
Oh,
ladle,
no.
gets out and starts banging it. Ding, 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 ding. All right, everybody out here. Ding, ding, ding.
There's spinach
I
puffs,
will,
I guess.
Come out with my hat off. My head is just on fire.
I just went to bed.
What do you want?
He just gives you a cool smile. Group meeting.
There's spinach puffs.
Is he a
Eat
water?
them all.
He's a water genocide.
He just, like, puts his hair out.
Come on, you other two. Bang, bang.
Ryback walks out. Just
I, like, tug on his pants. Like, bro, I've been here the whole time.
don't have time
So
for
you
this.
Oh, don't worry. It will take no more than 5 minutes. Just a team announcement, so to speak.
No.
Team now.
Does it have to do with a raise?
Now,
Does it have to do with
now that all of you are here, wait a second. Bang, bang, point!
Point.
She
She has turned off her ears for
absolutely
the night.
dead glare.
She's turned off her ears for the night. She
If you would join us, please. I can hear from here. Alright. So, did we get what we came here to get?
I don't know. Did
As
we?
far as I know, we think so.
I believe so.
Great.
I didn't see any other energy sources lying around the fair.
Huh?
Right. If you think you got what you're going to get, I need it to me by tomorrow.
Okay.
And you're announcing congratulations on a job well done. Trim, our contract is now officially ended. You are free to leave.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yes. And
Plot twist.
as for the rest of you, 4 of you. So, the Mistview was supposed to be picking you up tomorrow morning.
4 of you. 3 and a half.
However, there was a little complication and a detour they had to take for
An
our
uprising in the city? Yes, that is a very large complication.
side job from our employer. They will be here in another 4 days. Till then, sit tight, rest up, and I need that by tomorrow. Tilvane's expecting a report.
I'm sure he is. Well, since we have your attention, what do you know of a rune knight?
Just straight out. Are you a rune knight?
I did not ask that.
You hinted very strongly.
Now, that can mean a lot of things, though I'm assuming you mean the...
The rune knight that is gallivanting around town with a mind-controlled army, cutting guards in half.
Was there any subtler way you could have put that?
No.
Well, that sounds very interesting. I have heard tale of this rune knight through our multiple contacts throughout the city. Stirring up trouble, though he said it doesn't seem to be bothering us, so there's no point in going after him.
Bothering us. He nearly killed Ravak twice.
Oh, did he?
I would like a little bit of revenge.
Just a little bit.
Well,
Like total decapitation.
you have 4 days. Whatever
Yes.
you do, don't compromise this or anything else here.
No, no worries. I'll be under the guise of the guards. It'll be all official for city business.
Yeah.
It won't be any vigilante stuff.
Part of the city business, I need to check your room.
If you do hear anything about where he could potentially be, that would be appreciated.
Has Marshall, been, like, a little, squeamish at all as we've been bringing this up?
Not that you can tell. If you want an insight check.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will-
gonna insight check him as well.
Ugh. That'll be a 14.
That's a 2.
He seems to be telling the complete and total truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Figures.
Right.
He has
Well,
no real reason to lie to you, as far as you can tell.
Not going to.
you've all been wonderful. I'm gonna head to my room.
You have a room now?
Or
The
wherever.
couch.
You've been
couch.
sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, my room, the couch, same. Potato,
This room
tomato.
is my room.
Everyone
If
out
you're
of
in
my
this-
room.
You're in the space. Get out of my face.
Well,
Well, sleep well, everybody.
I won't keep you up any longer. Sleep tight, pleasant dreams.
Yes. Now go to sleep.
What
I have to-
time is it?
Roughly about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's been a long 3-4 hours.
I hate only having second level spell slots.
And
Because I
unless
need
you
to,
all do any of you plan to do anything throughout the night.
I need
Yeah.
to fill my ring of spell storing.
Okay?
Why you nearly
I need-
drained it?
Enough sleep to.
Problem is I only have second level spell
You need
slots.
to
How
not
does
be
that
exhausted.
work?
But that's it.
If I'm only
Because I
casting a
need to
first
do
level
long
rest.
spell,
You're
it doesn't-
passed out on the couch.
It stores a second.
I do want to go
So
talk
I
to
have-
Dell in the
I have to.
morning.
I can only store
Actually, I
a
want to go
second
talk
level
to Dell
shield
at
spell.
night and get up a little late.
That does not. Ugh, it's
So getting up
garbage.
early and talking.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily.
Right.
Okay. My staff is recharged.
So, long rest for everyone throughout the night.
I'll just dump a second level slot just before sleep so that I can have at least 3 shields in my ring.
I'm going to.
Which is really annoying, but I'll just
Deal with it.
Put
Yes.
a replication
It's better than
shield
nothing.
on my shield and enhanced defense.
Okay. Ooh, pushing. Push.
Yes, and then I will sleep.
So,
Experimental
Well,
elixir.
long rest happens.
4.
Caitlin, you are no longer exhausted.
Yay! You didn't die.
You've all gotten an adequate amount of sleep. Trick, you wake up at roughly 7 in the morning.
Okay.
Long, good night's rest. Do you want
Ravak's
to take
been up
anybody
for
with you or
hours.
just go out by yourself?
Everyone want to come with me? You look bored. You want to come with me? Make sure
Where
I
are we going?
blow up the town. I'm going to Dell's shop.
Okay.
I want to ask him about this item that we stole.
Yes, I better come with you.
Make it count. I want to go get the item that we stole, so that it can be potentially heard by.
I want to go get everything that we stole. That we stashed away. In Kansas.
in Kansas.
You start to make your way.
Rune Knight shows up.
That's what I'm waiting for. Is he's like stalking you for revenge that you did like 10 damage to him?
You dare to scratch my paint?
Scratch my...
I triggered one rune, man. One rune. It took you one day to fix.
I don't know what your guys are going on about.
No, it's revenge for his ship that I sank. I lit it on fire.
The morning is rather calm and peaceful. Sun starting to come up over the horizon. Though quiet, the town is a lot more peaceful now. Everything's been cleaned up, and you can almost not even tell that there was a disaster. Dell's shop is just opening up as you get there. Oh, Trick,
Hello.
your friend, come on in, come on in.
We have some stuff that you will not want to be disturbed to talk about.
Okay.
This is a bad idea.
Trick.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad
Do you
idea.
have wards for this place still? Are my master's wards still able to be put up?
I've maintained as many as I can. Safest place is still your lab. There's still the lab, though. I'll just turns the sign over. I'll just open up a bit later today. Come on.
Down we go. What you see down here remains
You
secret.
follow them to the back room into a side story where they open a false panel underneath and leads to a nice-looking staircase. Well built, good foundation, soundproof, and it's a fairly large space.
I was expecting to have to crawl.
Okay. This was made by an elf, just so you know.
You're not one to talk about your past, Trick.
That's because there's not much I want to share.
Fair.
It's hard enough keeping it in my memory.
Okay. I've often found memories are stored better in multiple places.
Well, maybe I'll tell
In a harp, for example.
That is not where I would store my memories.
you. That's where all his memories
All
are
right.
stored.
Trick,
It's in the bottom of the ocean.
what is it that you wanted to show me?
So I look at Rabbit and I pull out the item.
It's a new type of
This is-
elemental binding that we stumbled across.
Grabs a pearl from his pocket and
Stumble
starts
across.
to cast his spell. Holy mother of...
Please don't drop that.
Mother of Lava Beard.
Quiet.
Sweet mercy, and it's all in. If we... Trick, could you give me that, the quarter-inch rod from over there, please?
There you go.
Thank you. He pushes in the little depression on the back, and you hear a slight click as a panel on the side slides over. And if we press that...
Wait, what are you doing? Pause.
And
What does this do?
Ryback and Trick die.
We get teleported to another continent.
The front... What's a good way to describe
Compartment?
it? The front part, kind of, the plates on it rotate out, kind of in a spiral fashion. Inside, you can see some kind of glittering look to it all.
Ooh,
And what's this do? He clicks it. There's a slight, almost like magical spark on the inside, and there's a blast of power that shoots out.
bro. Careful
There
now.
goes the wall.
And I need you.
Right in
and
Rabbit's face.
you.
You take 17.
Okay. Misses both you, shoots in between both you, smashes into the wall, and takes out a good-sized chunk of the wall.
Well, I meant to renovate anyway.
So you can actually see some dirt and some rocks from behind the stone walls. He's just
You're going to fix that, right?
Let's not push that button again.
he slides and starts to undo everything he's done. He's like, Trick, do you have any idea what this is?
Yes, I do. We stole it. It's got like 30 elementals in there, bro.
No,
I
it's
never
this-
told you.
I have absolutely no idea. Yes, the elementals are together, but why would that kind of reaction occur? It normally would be just some if it's just releasing energy, it should just be some kind of blast of, well, mattering on whatever's in there, like fire and smoke and dust or something mixed together.
Could you replicate this?
Give me about 6 months to tear this thing apart.
We don't have 6 months. We have 1 day.
No matters if you want this thing in one piece.
No, we need it in one piece.
That depends. They technically wanted the arm.
No, we need it in one piece, Trick.
They never said what it was supposed to
If you can just leave it with me, I'll make what notes I can and see if I can try. So fascinating.
get it. He said by the end of today, right?
I thought he said by morning.
I would rather get it to him as soon as possible, just so that we can be done with him. I don't like
We
him
can
banging
give
pots
you
and pans to waking me up.
We can give you a few hours. That's all we can guarantee.
5.
Probably plenty. We'll be probably doing rounds around the city.
Deal.
Now,
Do not sell it like this.
of course, I know the trick.
And
Lips
please
are
fix that
sealed.
hole in the wall. It's sentimental, you know.
Yes, sorry about that. Just a little carried away.
I noticed.
Oh. Well, off with you all. I have some notes to.
What are you going to do about your shop? Do you just want to remain closed?
Yes, could
two
you
helpers.
could you wake up Anders from upstairs?
Sure. Go upstairs. Pot in hand.
Trick! Why would you? Who are you?
Trick.
Sorry, slipping the tongue.
Who am I? I am your new boss. You need to get downstairs.
No, where's Dell? I'm specifically contracted
Here's a
to
note
Dell.
from him. It says to open up the shop, and this is what you do.
Is he? I'm not even gonna ask anymore. I should be used to this by now. Working me day and night like a horse. And
He's experiencing sleep.
He's
Like a weirdo.
experienced sleep.
You
I've
guys-
never done this before.
you guys head on out.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so where are you going from this?
I don't know. Is my
Did I miss anything yesterday? Like, was I supposed to do something?
I will fill him in on the guild thing, and then end it with you might want to lay low, just so that they don't discover that you're still in the city when they called.
But does this not have a tracking device on it?
It shouldn't.
I mean, they could do.
Can you cast identify?
locate object?
I could if I had the pearl. I had Pipe's pearl.
Well, I'll just. I turned to white. I'm white now. Don't worry, I can lay low.
Great. If worse comes to worse, maybe you hide at Dell's shop till
Deal.
we come and pick you up. But we'll see what happens.
When Mr. Pipe wakes up, he would like to go to the Adventurers Guild.
And what was the potion you gotta make for today?
It is boldness.
Potion of boldness.
It
If
gives
you're
me a
bold
D.
enough already.
It gives me a D4 to ability checks and attack rolls and saving throws for 1 minute. So it is literally bless, which I can do. Well, I don't have that one prepared.
Does it stack?
I would say it would, but
I mean, it's technically artificy and cleric, so it's two different things.
so you go and head off to the Adventurers Guild.
Yes.
What's Strim doing when she wakes up?
Is there any way I could have followed someone?
You slept in a bit, you missed Revak and Trick. You
You
could
were
potentially
so
follow
tired.
Pipe if you want. You woke up and you're fresh and ready for the day.
Good morning, world. It's time to stalk.
So much mistrust of the semi-trustworthy Pipe.
Actually,
Attention
is
seek.
Marshall still in the building?
Bang on his door.
You can check his door. You don't hear anything.
Pound. You don't want to be found unawares.
No sound. If he's asleep, he's a very heavy sleeper, or he's gone.
Go get pots and pans.
Think got my
Lockpicks.
I'm gonna take my thieves' tools and try the door really quick.
It's locked.
This door lied to me.
Roll these.
I have a plus 15 on my thieves tools right now.
You're not there.
You left.
Ooh,
That's
natural
an actual 20
20.
plus 12, so
32.
As you're picking through the lock, you come across a fake key part that you just, and
You just laugh.
you're around it.
Dummy.
You are at the top of your game. Nothing can stop you.
This was a good night's sleep.
I don't know
Very
how this...
restorative. Halfling luck is upon you.
yes.
Have you even been using that feature?
She hasn't rolled
I
any
haven't rolled a
ones.
1.
Oh,
They've all been just above.
Yeah, that's right. It is only when you roll a 1.
you are now in Marshall's room. Aside
Is
from
he in there?
everything's empty.
I'm
There
going
seems
to
to
the
be something in the bed.
Uh-oh.
Stab.
It's down.
What's there?
But it looks like the figure of a person. Someone's laying on the bed.
Oh, it's probably Marshall.
Marshall's dead.
Ah!
Rude night over him. Hey.
So I'm just going to end this little theory here.
Trying to take my name.
Okay, I'm gonna back out and lock the door.
Click. Not that hard. You just
Yeah,
move
I
your
am
thieves' tools back.
not
You
gonna
pull them
try
out.
again
You're-
while he's in there. I want to try again when
You
he's
assume he's in
gone.
It could have been that pillow thing that kids do.
That's not even convincing.
You'd be surprised.
I was quoting a movie.
Oh, which movie?
Smurf's Lost Village.
Alright.
Days.
Such a good part.
I don't remember that part, but it's a funny movie.
Well, I can't stick around here anymore. Yeah. is
Well, I mean, you
there-
could stick to a lot of things due to your slippers, but
Yeah.
I could. Yes, that is very true.
So you two are heading back to Breeze Home, right?
yep, that was the plan.
Sure.
You're going to the Adventurers Guild, and you're just wondering what to do next.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit
We
back.
show
I'm,
up,
I'm,
right?
gonna, I'm gonna sit back on the couch with like
Point
my
is
head in my
accompanying you.
hand and
I
I'm gonna
figured
try
as
to
much.
think.
We probably don't pass each other, right?
No.
No
So I'm
way.
walking that way.
Oh yeah, you're going to the Wind District, and we're going from here to over there.
Breeze Home, and then Adventures Guild is like over there
Yeah.
somewhere.
So unless we
Completely
went all the way over
directions.
here, but that's just not the way of Trick. It's the route Rabak would take.
So,
The little urchin's gonna run through the middle of the.
as you're making your way to Breeze Home, as you're just outside, like, oh, Rabak!
Ooh.
Going to turn.
It's Safiel.
Hello, Safiel. Sorry, a
Hello.
lot has happened lately.
Oh, don't need to make this awkward. Oh, no, I was just. This is where I told you when your group was staying, and I'm here to bring payment.
Oh, thank you.
Oh! I'll take that. I like climb her to the
Well, I guess I can just hand it to you.
I will make sure to give this to everybody.
Yes, 10 for each of you, and have you been doing okay?
Yes, I've been doing fine. I don't know if you heard about what went on at the fair, but that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got involved in that part again, but I'm doing fine.
You sure
Thanks
you
to
just,
Pipe.
You sure you don't just attract mayhem?
I might. That is a very reasonable thing to assume. I do have a tendency to. I've always pictured it more as I run towards it, but maybe it comes to me.
That's canon now. Rebak Seafarer's Law. Anything that can go crazy will go crazy.
That is kind of true. But I do have a spell that can attract things.
Is it Charm Person?
No, it's called Skywrite.
Oh.
That's, well, I assume you won't be coming into work today.
Probably not for a little bit. We're, all the adventurers in the city have been ordered to, join the guard in adding to the patrols
I see.
to make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again.
Did you need help with something? I might be able to help. I'm kind of
Yes,
a bitch.
Trick might be able to help at the moment.
Didn't get assigned duty. Apparently I'm not good enough.
You didn't show up like you were supposed.
She doesn't know that.
No, just came to pay and check up on all of you.
Yes, we're all doing fine. Everyone survived, which is good.
The guards didn't.
Yes, well, I gotta get back to work.
Yes. Good luck with that, and hope it's all going well.
Same to you. Good day.
You as well.
Wow, that was really awkward.
I
Going
have
to
enough gold pieces to make a humunc.
That's what you got out of this?
Yes, I have 283.
Oh yeah, that's what I should have spent my hundreds on.
Well, you've got. How much do you have right now?
Okay, I'm going to
Not
fish
gonna
in the bag
spend
and
luck while I
hand
don't
Trick.
play.
I'm gonna hand you your 10 gold, and take my 10 gold. And let's go see if the others are still upstairs.
You head on upstairs and enter your suite. So far, all you can see is Trim.
Trim is contemplating life. And what is in that secret compartment?
Is
Oh, it's driving her mad.
Mr. Pipe and Pointing around, or did they leave?
I haven't seen them leave, so either did while I was out, or
Let's see. I will just open Mr. Pipe's door.
It's empty.
Oh, they're gone. What do you think, Trick? Where would Mr. Pipe go?
Mr. Pipe is a reliable sort. He's probably off doing guard duty somewhere, or he went to go figure out what he needed to do for guard duty.
Good point. I'll go check at the guild hall.
What do you want me to do?
I don't
Can't trail you.
I don't know. Maybe you and Trim can find something out.
I was using my +5
well, didn't you
intelligence.
hear I'm not
Right.
needed anymore?
Yes,
Hey,
you're not needed by Marshall, but I still want to find the Rune Knight, and I'm sure you wouldn't mind having him gone out of the city so you can get back to your life.
Well, that sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
What? Who said that?
Marshall. He just left his room.
We just look at each other.
And since I'm joining the guards, and you guys are good at sneaking around and finding information,
I'm talking to Marshall. Apparently, I missed some guard thing that I was supposed to be doing.
yes.
I'm sure you'll be fine, probably. Now, I have a
bone to pick with you.
Now, I got
It's a very small
somewhere
bone, but I have a
else
bone.
to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off. Grabs his hat and his coat and he exits.
Your
I
job
will-
has been prevented.
I will,
presented.
I will
Wait,
walk
wait,
out
wait.
with Marshall.
I'm gonna listen until I know he's gone. I'm gonna make eye contact with Trick. I'm gonna head to Marshall's room and try to.
We just bolt.
It's locked.
Okay.
15 plus 15,
She's
30.
locking-
beat you
She's
to it.
pick locking first.
Well, 15.
I got it.
You can't.
I was able to do it this morning.
Let me try. 30.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Roll.
I did.
Wait until he says to roll.
I refuse to take preemptive
That's
rolls.
still a 20.
That is still 20.
You start to click through it and chink. And you press against the door and it doesn't budge. Cronk.
Deadbolts. How he locked them from this side, I will never know.
Do you have a window in there?
No.
Not that you guys trust windows anyway.
So you say, you guys can't
We
get to
just
the windows?
burn
So-
his door down.
For the. Do you have a card or something?
Pull out my
Okay, I
debit
won't
card
accept
from the
that.
fourth
You,
generation.
as you're feeling around, you do feel a slight change in some of the wood material near above the knob.
That's how he said it.
Is there anything I can do to stop that?
You can try to use your thieves' tools to open the secret panel.
Yeah.
You guys are very happy.
23.
Oh yeah, you take out some specialized tools you have for this. You manage to just peel it up a little bit, and there is a hidden lock.
Okay.
Talk about mistrust.
13 plus 12.
25.
25.
Can't have us discovering the other people he's in charge of.
Right.
You unlock the deadbolt, and the door opens smoothly.
I am.
Did we tell her about
Sliding in.
red rubies? I'm pretty sure we
What?
told you about red rubies.
You didn't say rubies, you just said mind control.
No,
Something
you-
about
I'm-
mind control.
You
I'm-
said red. Well, no, you said
I don't
red
think I
gems, too.
did.
You didn't.
Dang it! Never mind. I didn't tell either of you about red rubies.
We're both going to die.
Hopefully he is not a part of this, because this could end badly.
You guys better roll up
Okay.
new characters. Mr. Pipe and Ravik are gonna slaughter these ones.
Okay.
Unless
You're
sneak
in.
a shot.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna make sure it's empty. I'm gonna lantern everything.
There is nothing invisible in the room.
Awesome. I'm gonna head to this suspicious drawer.
The person that has the most magic, she did not check.
Right. The drawer opens smoothly. Seems to be a bit more files added to the top hidden thing, to the top part of it. Other than that,
There's a. On. Alright, what would I roll for this? To try to find it like a false bottom. Because I know it's like
I'd say thieves' tools.
thieves' tools.
These tools are.
I-
Investigation with advantage.
Investigation with advantage. Okay, that's an 11
12.
and a 12.
The irony of
Would you
that
like
one.
to take a third roll and see if you get 13?
Okay. 11 and 12.
No, with the
And-
investigation.
No.
Dang it, you ruined it.
The investigation.
Yep.
Should have just stopped
So
at
that's
the third.
14.
You know something's there. You definitely know something's there. You
Okay.
don't know how to open it, and there's no visible seams you can make use of.
Gosh, darn, curse,
Throws it out the door.
burnt butter and bread.
Interesting.
Password accepted.
Would you like
dear.
to try again?
A trick?
Voice
Yeah.
recognition.
I know you're. Are you? If you're not with me right now, but I know you're outside. Can you see a way of opening this?
Let me check it.
Investigation with advantage.
Investigation with advantage. Investigation is an 8.
Can you get into the secret compartments? What's behind
19.
door number 1?
19.
Near the back, hidden behind a few files, you do see an odd little kind of like a crack in the wood that shouldn't be there. You finagle your fingers into it and
Little
click,
cute little baby hands.
Poison dart.
click. Choo. Near the front of the drawer, it raises a bit slightly.
A whole drawer of red
I'm gonna
rubies.
investigate.
You push the hidden top part back, revealing the bottom of it, and it's a bunch of papers.
What do they say?
What do they say?
Mac's not there to speed read.
No, it's okay. I can memorize everything I've read.
The first couple seem to be multiple versions of the Espera map. With different
Esmir?
Espera. That's the continent.
Maps of the continent.
A couple of spots here, like arrows moving it to another. Underneath those is some sketches of the actual city, and another smaller looking settlement that you do not recognize.
Huh.
Just notating different spots with writing in some language you don't know. Actually, what languages do you speak?
Where is that?
Common and halfling.
That's the whole continent.
This is Espera.
All of the above.
I was like,
You speak halfling and common?
I speak 2 languages.
You don't understand whatever it is that's
And
the
a
words
thieves' cunt.
You don't understand the words written here.
this thief can't read it.
No, you do note that the location for the King Defense's bakery is noted. Underneath that are some papers titled for the mining project, and another seeming to be on some kind of cult.
Should we get a name for the cult?
It's written in a language you don't know.
Dang it. What are they mining?
They seem to be trying to find a unfound vein of orichalcum. They haven't really found much.
Okay.
I just find it funny how our 2 people that can infiltrate anything can't read anything, can't detect magic, can't they can't
No,
do
she
those
can
things.
detect magic. She's
Hey,
got
you
No,
know
she can
what?
detect invisible things. That's a very small number.
Okay, we'll get back to you guys in a second. So, you're just walking with Marshall. I'll get to you in a moment, right?
Well, just leaving with Marshall. Once he's heading off in his direction, unless he's heading towards the guild hall, and I part with him at the door.
Now, you both head in the same direction for a little while, then he takes a side street and you've parted ways.
It's one of those, you walk outside the door, well, have a great day, and then you both walk in the same direction. Well, darn.
This is very awkward. Does he say anything to me while we're walking, or just...
No, he just kind of looks you, notices
Ignores
you,
you.
and goes along his day. There's nothing to be said.
Well then, in that case, I just head directly towards the guild hall.
Okay. Pike, you and Point have arrived at the guild hall.
Is it very,
Steady line of people going in and coming out. Most people coming out, reading over papers, and a couple being accompanied by orichalcum guards talking.
That's what I was worried about.
Seeing to go over the basics.
I will walk in.
All the desks are swamped. All the dispatch decks are completely covered. Like, dispatch people going, you go here, you go there. Yes, you'll go. Trying to organize people, figure out where they go. There is a fully orichalcum armored knight there, but with different coloring. There seems to be a bit more embellishment into the armor to help distinguish him from other full-plated knights.
Oh dear. Righty. I guess I will wait in line. Because I do not have command prepared.
Oh, seriously? You're gonna just command the entire group of people to kneel before you?
No, I could only do it on 2 people,
Aw.
technically.
He's not a bard.
Ish, not.
Not that a bard would necessarily help, it just...
And you eventually get up to the desk, and you are licensed.
Yes, here you go.
License and registration, please.
You gave them your first name,
Yes.
Cezalos Pipe.
Yeah.
And yes, you registered with a few others earlier this week. Are you all grouped together or separate?
Grouped together is probably preferable. We work very well together.
All right. Here, 1 second. She starts to take some files out from underneath and hand them to the knight behind her, as he starts to read over them. And what would you say is your team's greatest strength?
Greatest strength. Very well balanced.
Being where we're not supposed
Prepared for anything and everything.
We're the best of the
Kind
best.
of, yes.
all artificers.
Is there any situation where you see yourselves not being sufficiently prepared for?
Zombie
Stealth.
apocalypse.
We are not very good at stealth.
Zombie
That shouldn't be a problem here. Now, is there any unique items or capabilities among your group that we should be aware of?
We're all artificers.
You study at a college?
One of us.
Homeschooled.
Basically, homeschooled.
Most of us had
apprentice.
mentors that taught us.
Homeschooled, the transfer student, and the graduate.
Homeschooled. I lived in a mountain.
Literally under a rock.
Yes, I was trained by a dragonborn.
Really?
Yes.
We could use
My last
we could
captain
use
was
this
a
group
dragonborn.
in the upper we could use this group in the upper western area of Wind District.
I also had a question. Lucia brought up if I could identify the poison used on the swords. If there was any swords or scabbards brought in that I might be able to look at or identify.
She looks over to the knight as he kind of seems to mull it over for a second, just gives her a nod, and he starts to delegate to some other squires next to him. Why don't you sit over there? I think we're getting you a sample.
Well, thank you. And I will go sit.
Ravak, you enter the building, and it's not that hard to find Trick and Point. It's
Trick
not
and
that hard
Point?
to find Pipe and Point. One's in a tall orange suit, and the other one is a robot.
I was like, walk
I'm
in,
everywhere.
look around,
Where is the odd
I am
people up? There
omnipotent.
they are.
walk towards them. Here you guys go. Hand you both your 10 gold pieces.
I am rich.
I'm rich. I'm
Now,
wealthy.
What bet did you lose this time?
Huh? No, these are from Sapphire. She came to check up on us and give us the pay that we.
She came to check up on you? That's good.
Not me.
Did she ask about me specifically?
No.
To be fair, she
okay.
didn't ask about anyone specifically.
Then she came to check up on you.
Anyways. Yeah, so I informed her that we'd be doing guard duty and won't be coming into work anytime
Yes.
soon.
We are about to receive our mission, I think, in Upper Wind District.
Ah. Western Wind District. That could be anywhere.
Pipe, Cezelos Pipe, please come over here.
Yes.
I'll follow him.
Yes, this is part of my team.
Here you go. This is the sword in question, and this is the bit of poison they used. Now let me just open up my doc.
Instant.
Passes out.
Lightly tasted.
Ha! I can identify that as
He just
poison.
drinks it. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That one was potent.
Wow, this is really good stuff.
Woo! Grab can you
Heal
grab
himself.
my EpiPen, please?
My EpiPen.
Protection from poison. Okay.
Oh, that's what it does. EpiPen. Sorry, it's the fastest way
Can you
to
imagine
identify
a
what these things do.
cure-all EpiPen?
Right.
Miracle pen. Miracle.
All right. Make
Miracle
a
stabber.
Well, whatever it is, it's
Do you want me to use alchemist or herbalist?
alchemists.
Alchemist. Okie dokie. Intelligence. Ooh.
That's not bad.
It's not. It definitely could be better. So, intelligence is 16, 17, 18, 19.
Not bad, not bad.
Daggers are covered in wyvern poison.
Holy crap!
Very expensive. Wyverns are a dying
these in my
species.
Bags.
We might be able to track these people. This is wyvern poison. It is, well, technically it's wyvern venom.
It is very rare and very hard to come by.
Wyvern venom by the...
Yes.
She like slits her finger with it.
What?
Very dangerous.
Indeed.
Very dangerous.
It hurts. A lot.
So, yes.
I'd rather be shot.
If we
I
could,
think you have.
if we could figure out who in the underground is supplying them with this, we might be able to figure it out. I'm not into investigation like that, but just something to keep an eye out.
Yes.
Any wyvern
Yes, of course. This is very helpful. So Zalos pipe, was it?
Yes.
Noted. Now I need to... Jared, take care of this here while I have things to do. He runs off in his own direction as a half-plated or a Halka member is left there slightly confused, but more or less confident in himself.
Are we gonna get our assignment?
Well, yes. Here you are.
Thank you.
You'll be
I'll hand it to
handling
Rabak.
You'll be handling most of the Northeast Wind District and the Harvest Ring.
East.
Nice.
That's a big area.
So essentially, you will be handling shifting roughly this and out into the Harvest Ring, and maybe a couple patrols out amongst most of the farm. Long walks ahead of you.
These guys are jerks.
They don't want you setting the city on fire.
I wouldn't be the one doing it.
You can start your assignment. You can start your assignment today if you wish, though you are required by tomorrow morning.
No, today will be fine. I think
We will scout it out.
we'll head in that direction. And
Right.
is there anything in particular we're looking for? Are we doing normal policing duties along with just keeping our eyes out for the?
Keeping your eyes out. You will be accompanied by some more Halka members who will help guide you on what you are allowed and not allowed to do.
Ah, I see.
Essentially, your extra muscle.
Understood.
Say somebody wanted to send a message to this group. Is that allowed?
What do you mean by send a message?
Well, like, put some words up in the sky telling them to meet us somewhere, and we could ambush them potentially.
I doubt they would fall for it.
We could tell them that all of the
Speak with your commanding officer about it.
we could tell them that all of the
I'll start walking
people
out.
are okay, fine.
You have some good ideas, Mr. Pipe. I don't think this is one of them.
I agree, it is a little iffy, but what if?
Right, if you want to start today, get your party together and we'll assign you your retaining officer in the next half hour or so.
This
I will
should
look
be-
around.
There should be a registered group of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, our companion is indisposed at the moment. We will have to collect him later.
Right, very well then. Half hour goes by as you sit there patiently and you wait for your officer. Back to you two.
Another hire.
Is there anything else here that's interesting aside?
We've just been,
Almost, you've been going through the papers.
we've been going
Almost
through everything.
all of it is in different languages.
What languages do you know?
Yeah, but you can just
No
memorize
one-
what's on there and write it down for him to translate later.
Could I potentially do that?
We go take keen mind. by
Photographic
word.
memory, basically.
I'm gonna quickly double check
Fair.
that.
I'm pretty sure it is everything you've seen
Yeah, everything
or
I've
read.
seen or heard in the past month.
She's got a very
Pretty
good
sure
We
I
put
wrote that
all
down,
of the pieces
actually.
of paper together in like a square,
Yeah,
and then
I always
I
know
make
where
a
north
replication
is.
of it.
I know the hours before sunrise and sunset. How many hours are before?
You can accurately
I
recall
recall anything
anything you've
seen
seen
or
or
heard
heard
in the
within the
past
past month.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean she can replicate that item.
I'd say you can make an intelligence check for it.
Okay.
Directly stated.
That's not
And
my
it's essentially to you, it's chicken scratch.
strong suit, but okay.
12.
14.
Could I put all of them together, like in like a square format, and then
I don't
make
want to
a
mess with them too more than we already have.
right? No, we would just
All
put them like
all you can really read from these documents is any pictures or maps there, and the locations labeled on those maps are labeled in common.
we put them in order of how we found them.
I think we got the most that we can out of these.
Yeah, but if I could use
Magical tinkering.
Near the bottom,
yeah, I could use
only
magical
25.
thinking.
there is
Words.
a
Right, but make it a picture.
yay-sized box.
And then we just have to use a magic.
You do hear something jangling around inside.
Red gem.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna use my teeth to open it. I'm gonna. Is there an opening anywhere?
Yeah. It's a box. You can try to open it.
I think I will.
13.
Or do I add anything to that?
No. You look around it a bit and you find you take off the clip. You open it up, and inside
Is a human being.
is about 3 to 4 sending stones.
How disappointing.
He's not the guy.
I'm gonna close it. Put it back. Put all the papers back. Trick?
Fine.
Trade.
But no, seriously, could I like if I put them all in like a square and then took a
Closed.
picture of them with the magical tinkering?
Can you make an image?
Yeah, you can make an image.
Static visual effect. I.e. a picture.
Wait, you could have taken pictures of the documents
Just
this whole
one.
time?
Just
Yeah.
one.
Oh, just one
Only
picture?
one. That's why I'm like, if we
Dang
put them
it.
all together.
That
you
takes-
can try.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
So all of them?
Yeah,
So you put all of them?
I'm gonna put them all. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, you put them all from left to right for starting order. Decent sized bit of the floor. You stand up,
I'm gonna keep
get
an eye.
back a bit.
I'm gonna
for it.
start to play lookout.
You have a complete picture of everything there.
Okay, and then we put back the way you know how it was. You put it back the way it was, and I'll change these spots.
Thanks. I'm gonna clean up, put it up to put it to
Close
back
it together.
the
You
way I
hear a
can.
soft click as the mechanism closes itself up, and
And that visual is on the inside of my armor.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
And I'm gonna try to lock both the fancy lock and the normal
The
lock
fame.
behind us.
Did
As
you
we
just leave your sleeve? Did you take your thieves' tools out from them, or did you leave them in?
Leave it in.
I probably left them in. Actually, I was in such a hurry to get in.
So you can put the deadbolt locked, no check. Close it all up, like no one ever touched it. You can try now. You can roll thieves' tools to lock the normal lock.
22.
It's locked. Alright, so what do you guys want to do with the rest of your day?
Well, that was fun. Should we go blow something up?
No, it's gonna draw too much attention if I stay here another night.
Why?
Well, there's no real reason for me to be here, as far as Marshall's under.
Part of the team, though.
He says he's just told you you're free to go.
Yeah, he just.
He
told me
said
I'm
you're free to go, but he never said you had to go.
Well,
The coconut is empty.
Replace the coconut.
I'll steal the water.
Why is the rum always gone?
That's exactly what I thought of.
Alright, well you guys are all thinking about that. Back to you guys. You have been assigned a Halcon guard, human in half-plate armor. Introduces himself as... Damn, where did I leave that?
Dang it.
Okay.
Hello, dang it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What are you doing?
Stacking the figures.
Introduces himself as Callius.
Callius.
It didn't work.
Sergeant Callius.
Callius. Sarge. Callius. Assigned guard.
You're right. I'll be your assigned officer for today. Is this everyone?
For today.
Alright, let's get going. Shoulders a large halberd and makes his way outside the door.
Does he look familiar? Does the halberd look familiar?
Roll history.
Oh, frick.
4.
Oh, yuck. With a history of 8.
Or Halcom orders weapons and armor, for the most part, are pretty similar to each other, so it could be anyone.
Okay.
You have no idea if you've met him before or not.
Does he have splints on his legs? I know the guy that hit me fell out of a 2 or 3 story window.
Without Featherfall.
Without featherfall.
He's just got a slight whip.
Yeah, is he limping at all?
No, he isn't. He's
Okay.
fine. No. So essentially, all we're just doing is guard routine.
Got it.
Patrol. We help people. We help people if they need it. Keep an eye out for anything unusual, and keep our ears open for anything on the open channel.
Got it.
Got it.
I will definitely be keeping an eye on the.
Are you gonna
shaded
pitch your
areas.
Skyrite idea to him?
No, it was kind of shut down.
Right. The rest of your day goes on. Long day of walking and patrolling. You caught one cut purse, and that's the most exciting thing that's happened today.
Wow. That was boring.
Okay. Your shift ends. It's roughly 6 o'clock in the evening.
So, Dell has had that thing for almost 12 hours now.
For a very long time, yeah.
Well, we better go get. Yes, we.
So, Trim, was there anything you guys wanted to do during those 11 hours?
Well, we need to eventually go get the thing so we can turn it in.
Okay, I need to know before we. Well, we can talk on the way as well, I guess.
Yeah, we're walking.
What do you know about the situation that I haven't been told?
About what we're getting and all that stuff.
Right. Unless you're not supposed to tell me.
All I know, I don't care if I'm not supposed to tell. I don't listen to people very well sometimes. All I know.
Well, people don't listen to you very well either.
Because I'm.
It's
Never mind.
mutual.
All I know is we were supposed to. When we were sent here, we were supposed to get a device, and.
Yeah, the arm thing we almost killed ourselves for.
Mm-hmm. And give the device to this other government agency people that were really sketchy. And
Not exactly sketchy.
They're
they
sketchy.
would listen to me, so sketchy.
They're sketchy because
They outsketched the sketch lord.
They stuck me on a ship with a guy that didn't respect me and called me stick for the freaking whole trip. She's the only nice person on that whole trip. I just give her like the whole rundown of what happened on the trip and the nice mechanic.
So
guy.
you ask him, like, what the heck is going on with this? Do you know anything about this current situation? He starts giving you practically his life story.
Let me start
No,
at the very
no.
beginning.
I give him.
Egg and I met. I
I
didn't like
give
him
her
at the
just
time.
the details in relation
Yeah,
to.
just the beginning to this.
Yeah.
Just the life story of this
Episode
little
1,
adventure.
2.
I catch her. I kind of just catch you up
We
on.
just kind of.
This is everything that we have done and that pertains to this situation. All we know is we're supposed to get this back to these other people that want to replicate it and blame it on some other agency.
Sounds like it pays well, at least.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like 100 gold per person when we get back.
Just 100?
Yeah, they
And
said
a
they had
favor.
other odd jobs they wanted us to do later though. So
And a favor.
and a favor.
That sounds more like you're binding yourself to servitude than anything else.
Yeah, but I have nothing better to do with my language.
Yeah, but
That's true.
Aside from setting stuff on fire.
Well, that's on a regular basis.
That's a hobby.
That's a hobby. I do that for free.
Yeah, no one pays you to set stuff on fire.
He's never set anything on fire.
He seems like the kind of person who would.
I have.
He's frozen you.
I have.
I've set something on fire. Nearly burned down the woods.
good
My-
job on that, by the way.
So what was that thing you did when you set up all the documents?
That is. It's called magical tinkering. Basically, what it does is it allows me to take a picture of something.
Take a picture?
It's
You start
Replicating.
explaining to her the
yeah. I
concept
explain
of
the concept of
essentially
magical
taking
tinkering. and-
Image.
it's like painting something really, really fast and
Yep.
really, really accurately.
Huh.
It's really nice. So if
So you want to show it to one of your nerd friends.
I want to show it to someone that can translate it, because this might be something. Like you, we don't really trust our employers, so we want to know what we're in for.
Right. Well, I think your elf friend might know a ton of linguistics.
He might. Are you able to translate stuff like that, or would I have?
Yes.
I mean, he
he can.
definitely seems to be like a paper person.
Just go find him on his route.
We have just
have
like
papers for
ruined your
Reputation.
repertoire.
Yeah. I'm literally supposed to be like this hardened killer,
We're
and
You're the secretary.
Here's the
I've
paper
now
pusher.
become the secretary. of the
we're going
party.
to need a very big magnifying glass.
Who has a crush on the boss?
No, the boss has a crush on him.
Oh,
The feeling's not mutual. He said so a few times.
that's true.
But.
Not gonna work.
Did you try the spinach puffs last night?
They're amazing. Great.
Just my
Thank you.
attempt at small talk.
I never liked your spinach
You make your ways to Dell's shop. Small couple of people just shopping around. You pay them no heedies. You waltz in, almost like you own the place, and you head
The
to
shop is
back,
closed. Just kidding.
Everyone out!
Don't get
dragging
exploded
Trim
on the way.
along. You make your way to the back and into the hidden lab.
I whisper, don't touch anything. Just to suggest.
Dell is sitting at his chair with a few lights going on, and he is still scribbling like mad.
He's in my lab still.
I'm looking around. Do I
Table
see?
has like different diagrams pinned up of the gems structure, putting things together. What he believes to be a take apart of the device itself. The device is still perfectly intact, but with the front lens opened.
Okay.
Are there any secret compartments around here?
This is my lab. Of course there's secret compartments around
I'm
here.
just looking over.
He's looking around.
just
There's
observing.
nothing really obvious to you. Shelves and drawers and
I hear
cabinets
you
that may or
tapping.
may not have. You have no idea.
I hear you tapping. Hey, stop that.
Just getting a lay of the land.
You don't need to do that. I've already got the lay of the
Dal
land.
is just mumbling to himself the entire time. He's just, and if this goes, if that looks like this, combine that theory of.
Theory of.
Theory of me.
Just that kind of speaks the entire time.
I just-
He doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Having fun yet?
Dracula, what time is it? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I would give you more time if I thought I could. I need you. Would he have any idea on languages?
You can try.
I have a question about these documents. But you're going to need a very
I
large
feel
magnifying glass.
really bad for Dell. It's like, hey, I stole something that might flip the city. You want to look at it? Here, I found another thing.
Tell me everything about this. Cool. See ya.
This is somebody's life work that I stole. You want to see it?
You want to replicate it?
Here's that. If you can just, let me just compile what I have here into something readable. Sorry.
Stop it.
This is a really interesting wall.
Yes, it makes the noise stop it every time.
What else did you need?
So we have all of these papers, but we can't translate them. And I was wondering if you might know much about translating
The
stuff.
elf light.
Well, let me see what you have.
You need a magnifying glass.
Why would I need a magnifying glass?
Pop off
There's
the front of
a
my armor
lot
and show.
there.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Why would I need an... Oh.
Let me.
I'm sorry, guys. I did not prepare enlarge and reduce.
This is.
Magnified
Dang
times
it.
5 million.
Does it not?
Let me double
That'd
check.
be
maybe
dumb.
not. I don't think so, though.
That would be stupid.
I think it only targets creatures.
Well, I would target him. His armor would go with him.
True.
Fair enough.
Enlarge and reduce. You cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. Convenient.
I don't have that spell prepared or
I
otherwise.
can't really get a good read for it, but it looks to be a constant switching between Dwarvish and Elvish. Though what little I can read doesn't make much sense. All kind of random vowels and consonants just thrown together. Is that a number?
It's in code.
It's all in Thieves' Cant, but
Yeah.
multiple languages. Yeah, Rabbi can't read that.
If I left this with you, would you know someone that might decipher this a little bit more?
If you can get me something a bit bigger, I could, I guess. Here, let me just transcribe the bits I can actually make out from this. It's big picture, and you can only zoom in so much. And I might
We need a very good
know a
man.
guy. Okay.
I really wouldn't recommend this getting out too far.
I trust him.
Can we at least talk to the elf about it before we start bringing in?
I've
That's
known
fine. Do you
this
wanna-
guy since I was like 4.
No, it's fine.
Right, but
It's understandable. Here, why don't you take these?
How
And
does?
I'll wait on that.
How was your research?
Mhm.
Did you have fun with the little device I brought?
I'm gonna try
He
saying
kind
some.
of gives you a smile and gestures to the wall that's absolutely covered in notes and scribblings and drawings. I think I did.
You think you can piece anything together from that?
Like I said, I'll consolidate my notes for you, and maybe this is really complicated, but inventive and simple all at once. You can feel a monologue and a garbage dump coming out, like bubbling up. He's about to spew everything he learned.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna try
I
to
want
say
to hear
something
the
in Thieves'
GM
Cant
make
to
this
see
whole-
if he can if he knows.
You start just signaling just a tiny bit quick Thieves' Cant, and he kind of like pauses for a second and continues with his speech with Trick, but he does slip in little bits and words and a couple gestures here. He's aware. You catch this too. You read Thieves' Cant.
I see
No, he
you.
doesn't.
No, I
No, it
don't.
doesn't.
You don't know Thieves' Cant?
He doesn't.
Damn.
Remember?
I keep forgetting you're not a true rogue.
I wish I did though.
Remember
That's
the time
like-
that she went up to the window and was like signaling to him, and he's like,
I have no idea what that
"No idea." Throw a rope.
That trope. Oh gosh. Yeah.
That's like
I
one of
love
the
what- I
main
love that
reasons I
trope
want to cross
so
trade.
means. Yeah,
Cross.
that's
Multi-class.
Eventually, he comes to an end. He shoos you out of the store. By then, it's about closing out.
Okay.
He kept you guys held up for a while.
So we've got the stuff,
You got your stuff.
and
You better
I
get that
kind
to
of
Marshall.
What are
explained-
you hiding behind that wall?
I've kind of explained the situation to him in regards to what we're doing. I'm like, what do you think we ought to do? Should we go ahead and give this to these people, or we can't necessarily?
Well, if they're returning it, I don't see any real harm in it. I mean, this, as shady as it does look, it's probably just business.
Right.
Classic steal a secret recipe.
Business.
I mean, if this
I think he's the
works
right.
the way I think it does, and how you described, then yes, this kind of technology would revolutionize.
If he swaps it, we know it. And
Right?
somehow
Revolutionize
replicates it.
transportation. This is incredibly. You saw what it did to the wall.
That's what happened to that wall. He just put a tarp thing over it. That's not really a wall.
That's not right.
There's a big hole in the wall. He's gonna fix it later.
No hidden walls, just a big hole.
That was covered.
That was
so that he could put
anticlimactic.
notes on it.
It's just like a giant poster with all his scrawls all over the hole.
He
I fixed
put like
it.
wood, a plywood or whatever that they had back then for it. So we put it in the bag of holding.
And you head back to Breeze home.
And our ambush.
So you think
And our ambush?
you would have told me that you
Ambushing us.
thought that he's the room knight?
Are we
right?
ambushing them?
No.
Now I've known him since I
No,
was.
no. Marshall.
Oh, Marshall.
Or did
Mhm.
Rev
Back at the
actually-
Breeze
They're the
home,
ones that think he's
They're
the.
the
all
one.
kinds of adventures.
I'm just like,
Whatever.
whatever. Who
Whatever.
cares?
Cool.
If he's the room knight, great. Give me a recipe for your armor because.
Back at the Breeze home as you guys enter. Those of you from your patrol and those of you from meeting down meet up, and all kinds of adventurers and a couple of guards are sitting around eating, drinking, and being merry. Apparently, someone on the opposite side of town where you guys were working, actually managed to catch a guy that they think might be connected to some stuff
They
here.
found a guy. Who knew a guy?
So they're celebrating and enjoying work, relative peace, and just so far the good news.
I don't know if I trust your friend, but I think he is right about one thing. I think it is just business.
It's too jolly here.
All right.
Where's the Rune Knight? He's gonna come in here any second now.
We'll
Bring
just
Mr.
throw
Pipe
with it.
upstairs.
There's no reason not to. But I
Boring day
seriously
has
want a
stressed.
reputation of this.
clearly
You should have
strained
seen
his
what he did to
mind.
that one.
You know what? I
Imagine-
think James is the Rune
Imagine
Knight.
a quick,
Oh yes, just a little self-insert there.
imagine
Nicholas, is that
attaching.
you?
Imagine attaching. that
We'd all be
armor.
dead.
Right?
Interesting.
Fair point.
I don't.
Upstairs in the kitchen, Marshall seems to be messing around with something on the stove.
You cook.
Not a lot.
Heroin. I
Wait,
mean.
can I smell what's on the stove?
It doesn't really smell much of anything. He seems to be boiling. He's boiling water,
He's
mixing
burning
it with
water.
some burning water. Boiling water, mixing it with some flour. He seems to be making like hardtack road rations.
Oh joy.
Marshall, quick
Sounds-
question.
Like home.
More of a quick comment. Keep an eye out for wyverns venom moving throughout the city.
Ah, well, I think I can keep an ear open
Oh,
for
I
that.
sold some of that earlier. I mean.
And you tell us this now?
No,
I
it's
can-
Marshall's.
I can keep an ear open for that. What's in it for me?
What's in it for you? It's the Rune Knight.
Yes.
Let's just say
It's
a clean
official
slate for
business
you.
by all technicalities.
So I mean, nothing really. Unless you really wanted to drop a hint for us.
I'm just like, these guys have a preposterous idea that you're
I
the
can
Rune
think
Knight,
about it.
And
Now, did you bring back the module or not?
of course.
All right. Hand it over.
I'll gesture for Trick.
I wish I
Are-
had minor illusion. I
Are
really
we all agreed on this?
do it?
Just hand
It
it
is
to
our
him.
job.
Pull it out of the bag of holding.
It's your job.
He kills us all.
Please do not drop it.
Do not drop this. I understand it's delicate.
Also,
Chink.
What?
be careful with the buttons.
do
It does blow holes in
Press the
walls
button
very
and just blow his
easily.
head off.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were there.
All right. Thank you. He
Yes.
turns off the stove, leaves it, and goes to his room.
I'm gonna look in the stove. And then just kind of
Add some
add like a
spices.
little nutmeg or something.
Just the bit of a random spice.
Add a
nearby.
little bit of
Add-
spice.
He was making a potion. You killed us all.
Dash this fumes.
And what do you guys do for the rest of the night?
Well, I'm going to get rid of my second level shield spell that's useless in my ring and refill it with first levels.
Right. The ring is now fully recharged, I believe, right?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I might be more involved than I thought I was.
Are you the Rune Knight?
You're gonna destroy us?
Have you seen them in the same room together?
Have you seen how tall she is?
Do you think I can grow constantly?
You were never there when
He's
the
like-
Rune Knight
There's-
showed up.
He's like, I mean,
I'm concerned about how this might affect my people.
they're already
Yes, I
under
brought that up.
suspension.
I know, and I was thinking about it all day.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
We had a heart to heart.
You know what? Never mind.
Just kidding.
No,
You can step into my
ser-
office.
I've already been
No,
in here.
I'm-
Just kidding.
I've been thinking about what you guys have said all day. And I may not have done much this past mission, but I do have a certain skill set, and I'd like to use it to help in any way I can.
So are you joining us permanently for a long time?
Well, you do have a skill set that we do not.
Permanently for a long time, not like forever, but for a long time.
If you could find out about black market dealings, that would be great.
That would be good.
I might be able
Does
to.
your cupcake shop sell wyvern poison?
I'm not going.
You guys are nowhere
That's-
near that developed.
That's a trade secret. And I'm gonna wink.
God. Do I believe her?
Roll deception, roll
No,
insight.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
She's teasing you.
No.
He's like,
It's like, yes.
he's like, I'm not gonna eat anything else she makes.
Sure. I'm definitely gonna poison you all in your sleep. Totally.
I don't sleep.
Well, you meditate then, or whatever it is you do.
Figure out
yours.
how to work that lock on my door.
While you're reading your boring papers, I'll come. No, seriously though.
How'd you know he has papers?
Do not. When does he not have papers on him?
Excellent question. When indeed, when I don't have them to hand to him.
Speaking of which, I'm out of papers.
Do you want me to just like? Oh, speaking of, we might have. How many languages do you speak?
2. I
Can
speak
you-
Elvish and
Dang
Common.
it.
But
Can you translate?
yes, I can use magic to decipher
Awesome.
every
See,
other language.
I told you we should show him.
Alright, here you go.
I found some stuff.
We have more papers for you.
If you feel like maybe life's getting boring and you want to find out what your
What were they?
I'm gonna lower my
what were the
voice.
two on
Superior is
Dwarven and
planning.
Elvish.
I will look at it. Yeah, no.
You speak Primordial?
I do.
You do understand what's written. Primordial, I believe.
Oh, it is
written word.
Dwarvish.
Yeah.
It is the Dwarvish dialect. Oh, look at it. Wait.
You can make out half.
Wait, I understand this.
Oh, in that case, you
And
Did you
he's
get-
elf, so
Did you
they
get
make up-
this from?
Just a couple. This is just a couple of small
mutual
phrases
acquaintance.
broken apart that he got from him. You haven't tried recreating
We're
it.
just whispering.
Recruiting what?
You, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Ah,
No, I haven't. You're right.
I will.
Two heads are better than one.
You both just go in his room and just.
have,
don't really have a way of writing.
I don't really have a magnifying glass.
Well, these are just the written down papers from.
Actually, okay. Would there be anything in a burglar's pack that might help?
You have the book
Curious
open.
now.
You tell me.
Well, I'm
doubt
thinking
it.
through.
Oh, here we go. I got it. I will use an hour to use the right tool for the job and create a jeweler's eyepiece. because I am proficient in Truger's tools.
Yeah, there's nothing in here.
Okay.
So I will take a close look at anything that I can potentially read on his breastplate.
Bit blurry, but you can make out
Yes.
individual runes.
Very interesting. Do I learn anything suspicious?
Breakups between random words, vowels, consonants, all just thrown together in random babbles.
Well, I will translate as much primordial as I can.
It's written in code.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So let me see if I understand this right. You're translating everything in Dwarvish. He's translating everything in
Elvish.
Elvish, and then you're just gonna combine notes and see what you get.
Yep, pretty much.
Basically, this is what it looks like. You know those things where they'll like write on two different sets of sheets of paper and then you hold it up to the light? Yeah, like that.
You're just
That's
watching. You're just watching these two go at it, and decent teamwork here.
So you all can work together.
Who said we don't?
Experience for the past week.
We work very well together.
We do.
He shoots things, I heal him.
It works quite well.
He shoots people, I heal him.
You kill them.
Yes, I also heal them.
He shoots people, I heal them. Leave him alone.
He is my walking, talking shield. He is my walking, talking gun. I merely supply them with the energy to do so. We are like a clock, you could say. As long as the nuts and bolts are in place, it works well.
I wouldn't say
Wink.
clock, but you're functional when you try to be.
Who's trying?
Evidently, you guys are.
So, what do we discover while working
Yeah.
together in our...
Still gibberish?
It's encoded in something. You have found a grand total of 3 actual words: breach, addition, and complication.
Can you make any sense of this? It is translated into some sort of common.
Roughly.
You're looking at it, and it's really weird jumbled up. So it's neatly written lines all together, but some words like broken in half at some points, so like random letters thrown in or symbols that shouldn't be there. It's just really broken up English. Though the breaking up words in the middle is a little familiar to you, as that's one kind of common code you use. You do have a code breaker back at your headquarters.
Sweet, we get a break into there.
Well,
You want to send this off to your friends?
Well, I don't know where you got this, but
Do you want me to just give it to them?
I think I'll eat something and then go to bed.
yes, I shall do that.
Trick, we promised them that you would be joining us on patrol tomorrow, so get some rest so that you're ready to walk. And do nothing
A
else.
lot.
I will invent things to do.
I can try to poke around and see what I can find about the wyvern poison tomorrow.
Wyvern poison and rune knight and rubies.
Red rubies that might
People
control.
disappearing and what was it? Oh yes, decoding whatever that jumble is.
Maybe check news boards or wanted things for missing people. That would be important to know, to make sure that they aren't just innocent people being mind controlled. I would rather them be just already thieves or something.
Makes your conscience a little easier, huh?
You have no idea.
You just... Okay. Well, I can't promise I'll get everything, but I'll I'll try.
Don't worry. I'm assured that you will be way more effective at what you're doing than we are, than what we'll gather walking in a circle. And with that, I'll turn in for the night.
You mean the next 4 hours?
Yeah, the next 4 hours.
I shall turn in for the entire night. Dumb elves don't enjoy sleep.
They could if they wanted to. They just don't want to. You all go to sleep peacefully. Night music calmly vanishing over the night. You get good rest. Tomorrow's a new day, new dawn, with new things to be discovered and learned. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Okay, not very many rolls. The ones that were rolled were pretty good.
Decent.
I mean,
Thank you all for
besides all the
joining us
fives.
for session 13 of ClockWork.
We
Hope
can
you
blame that on
enjoyed
exhaustion.
the kind of respite from the heavy action that's been happening recently.
A lot of good information, but a lot of misleading information.
Some questions.
Some questions asked, more questions created. Best way to like it. So I hope you all are having a good evening. Enjoy yourselves, get good sleep, and thank you again for tuning in to ClockWork. Say goodbye, everybody.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Happy Valentine's Day on Monday.
Happy, yes.